Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Happy Friday. We got Smackdown. We got an early show. We're still overseas and we're still rolling. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a fun one here on the channel, folks. So get in that chat, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again with SmackDown today. It's an early show. I know people don't love it sometimes, but it's nice and early. You get to enjoy your Friday night. If you are waiting till later to watch SmackDown, I will warn everybody, we're live reacting to everything, so we will spoil some stuff. What will happen? Drew McIntyre, your new champion. Where's Powerhouse Hobbs? What do you want to talk about today with so much going on as we head towards the Royal Rumble? As it stands now, nobody is really declared for the Rumble. We don't know who's going to face Drew, but the tournament for the number one contender will start today. We have 4 matches. We'll break them down. We'll talk about them. We'll get into them. But there's so much coming your way today. But like I said, we get the 4 matches for Drew's title. Randy taking on The Miz, Damian taking on Solo, Sammy taking on Ilya, and Matt Cardona taking on Trick. So 4 big-time matches, 4 big-time, match-ups. So we will see what they look like. We hope they're good. The winners will go on to a Fatal 4-Way. The Fatal 4-Way will decide who faces Drew. We won't know that till Saturday Night Main Event. But let's go. It's going to be a good day today. We're looking forward to this one. I know not the usual suspects on the screen, but you never know who's going to pop up. So let's stay tuned for that. But for the next little while, you got to hang out with me. And if you don't know who me is, well, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Happy to do another stream. It's Friday. The weekend's upon us. You feeling good? TNA Genesis tomorrow, coming off the AMC premiere last night. And I will say this about the TNA premiere. There is a collection of people who are trying so hard to shove TNA into it's not good, it's not, it's not strong, it's not a good product. There's people so desperate for it to fit into that box that's all, that's what you hear. And I know some people already in our chat today, last night sucked. No, not again. If you think last night sucked, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you're expecting out of your shows. New world champion, multiple people showed up that weren't supposed to be there. New talent. Again, were there some hiccups? For sure. Did it have some issues? For sure. Are they kind of running on the fly? For sure. But ultimately, does that mean it sucked? No. People are desperate. And I know people in our chat, out there in the social media, in the IWC, which we denounce, just want it to be bad. They're dying for it to be bad. They need it to be bad. The same people that try and strip down everything in wrestling outside of one company, it is desperation. It is already off to a good start. Big names showed up last night. I mean, Sonya Deville, a vet of WWE. Cora Jade, I know people might have mixed feelings about her, but we'll see what she can do there. What will it look like? Yeah, there were some moments where I felt we got extra packages. We talked about them throwing in some filler because things were, in flux. Danny Luna couldn't be there. We weren't sure where a couple other people were. We know the Rascals left. So on the fly, they did what they had to do. But this narrative that TNA is not good, TNA sucked. I was here. We were all here. I hope you were here. But we were here last night. We watched all the wrestling. If that show sucked, other shows this week were pathetic. Like, that's the scale of it. It was good. I gave it a good rating. Again, was it a 10 out of 10? Did it blow our socks off? Maybe not. But there was a lot of good shit, good matches, good twists, good turns, and the right guy has the championship. Now it looks like we're going to run it back tomorrow at Genesis. This time, Nick Nemeth is going to be the special guest referee. Does he hijack the title from Santana? I hope not. Mike Santana finally gets that title. He deserves that title. We're happy to see him with that title. But what will happen at Genesis tomorrow, we will be here live for it. Not just myself and Big Nick, Anthony. We're looking forward to this one. Big show for TNA. We want to keep this momentum going, and they will be live next week, and we will be here live for it. And unlike other streamers, we actually know the names of the wrestlers we're watching. Ding, good point. But that all being said, I should say hello to the people who have made it in early on a Friday. Hope you're doing well. If you're trapped at work, thank you for making us a part of your workday. If you're already off, I hope you're ready for the weekend. And if you got to work this weekend, well, maybe you take us with you, play some of our content, and we'll keep you company while you work away. With all of that being said, Spaz, Mega, Jose, top 3 from last night. We appreciate you. That is your points in the chat. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you bonus points. So make sure you hit those buttons. Get on top of the leaderboard. Someone's got to knock Spaz off. As right now, I think he's undefeated in 2026. So make sure you get in there. Say all the things. But speaking of that, Mr. Phil, friend of the channel. Go check out our buddy Phil. Makes great content. Becomes a member. Appreciate it, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think that happened last night, but always a nice pleasure to see a new member kicking around. Zach is with a slow cooking month. Don't tell that to Triple H, because that may be Triple H's method all the time, not just this month. Slow cooking. That's what we're getting from everybody. We got to work on it. Kevin, how you doing? Welcome back, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Eric, as always, a pleasure. Santana's title defense at Genesis will be better than his first on Impact 2 months ago. Let's hope it's a pay-per-view, a big pay-per-view. And maybe that's part of this story, guys, is, you know, you have your premiere on AMC. 2 days later, you have a pay-per-view. You're going back live next week. That's a lot. You got to put a lot in there. Maybe there's other surprises, other faces. You know, maybe you do have somebody like a Cross in your wheelhouse, but you don't want to use them on Thursday. You want to save them for Saturday. It is highly possible. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Looking forward to Sammy Ilya. Can't wait. We know that these two deliver bangers. So again, I will say we run back these tournaments quite a bit, but at least this is a quick tournament, and at least the qualifying matches, or the semifinals, if you will legitimately be good matches. They should be solid matches. Good talent involved. We'll see how it plays out. But at least they've done that. I'm looking forward to Drew. Me too, sir. I want to see the attitude. I want to see the swagger. We're in England. I know he's a Scottish boy, but it's just the neighbor right there. So the O2 Arena today, and that's why we are early. I will remind you again, spoiler alert, we are going to live react in about 4 minutes. Looking forward to all 4 matches. Winners face each other at Saturday Night Main Event. So there you go. So Saturday Night Main Event's trying to round out. We're trying to get a couple more things going for that. And Royal Rumble. Again, I know Nick and I have debated this. Nick and I and Anthony debated it even when we got off the show last night. When we said goodbye to everybody, we kept talking about this concept of, why don't we know anything about the Rumble? I mean, it's one thing to understand, okay, you want to leave the Rumble matches wide open, but the actual matches around it, I don't know. Today is National #WFU and #non-sponsored day. Scott, welcome back, sir. Hope you are well, feeling good. Miguel, hola, how you doing? Welcome back. Clay Lewis, Saffit's in the house. I see Bonkers kicking it. Let's go. Adrian, Mega, the video finally popped up for me. Let's go. They've been doing that at like the 15-minute mark lately, if you're talking about the timer. Damien, let's go again. Paul, see? TNA sucked. It didn't suck. It didn't suck. It was okay. I remember when I was a kid, AMC was nothing but classic movies. Adrian, that wasn't just when you were a kid. That was like right up until a couple months ago. So Yeah, AMC taking on some live content, taking on some other type of programming, and this could be very good for TNA. I mean, even watching, if you're not a wrestling fan, you just happen to be watching The Equalizer and you're getting this countdown all the time for the wrestling show, and then it bleeds in, it might be really good for TNA. I'm really curious how the numbers went last night. I'm sure people are on that already. So, shout out to WrestleNomics and let us know how they did. Trey Lewis, welcome back. Mega got you. Trey, Jose, let's go, buddy. No rest for the wicked. That's it. Keep going. Keep grinding. Keep bringing you more. Tomorrow, Mike Santana versus Frankie in a Texas death match. Special guest referee Nick Nemeth. It is a little hat on a hat to do Texas death match and have a special guest referee for a death match. But I digress. We'll see how that plays out. I'm really nervous that Nick Nemeth is going to get this belt. He's one of the bigger names on the roster. He comes with that WWE clout. He's a vet. Mike just got it, though. Oof. What's up, Nair? How you doing? Welcome back. Zach got you. Trey, I see you. Jose, let's go. Brandon, good to see you. Where are all the wrenches? I don't know. It was my turn to watch them. I'm glad there's one. Is that one? Yes, that might be one. I'm glad SmackDown is on early. Now I can go to the 112 concert. Let's go. Peaches and cream. Let's go. Room 112. I hate saying this, but I feel like this year's Rumble build-up has been stale. Trey, I don't think there's been a build-up. Like, I just think we're zooming ahead, but yeah, if that's the argument, a non-existent equals stale. Okay, but I literally, it's wide open to the point where, even doing a preview show to talk about what's going to happen, everything is widely speculative at this point. We don't have any real locked-in idea. We can't even talk about a couple title matches or nothing. Cage match gave TNA debut a 1.49. All right, we're going to do an activity here, my guy. We'll come back to that as I got less than a minute before the start of the show. Let's go, Anthony. And I knew you'd feel me, buddy. But this idea, and again, people were pre-mad. Hashtag pre-mad. It's an IWC pandemic. There's so many members of the IWC go into shows pre-upset, looking, what are they going to do to piss me off today? I wish that's the attitude. TNA was fine last night. TNA was good, and we joked about it. I hear, are we getting something big at the end? How simple are we as wrestling fans that we can get 3 or 4 people debut or return or whatever, and then we're still asking, is there going to be something in the main event? Come on. Mike Santana, after months of chasing the belt and people wanting him to get his fair shot, and we're mad that he didn't get his fair shot, finally gets his due, finally wins the belt, and everyone's like, what else are you going to do? Come on. But there were hiccups. It wasn't flawless. Let's go. As I am getting the start of the show, if you want to link up or sync up with me and watch along at my pace, right now I am getting the package I got forever. And we are about to be together, folks. There's a couple more names I got to get to, like Jordan. I enjoyed TNA last night. I'm with you, bro. I liked it. I gave it a higher score than any other show so far this week. So be it. I blame me. Yeah, it's on you, bro. It happens, though. But let's go. We've got a sky shot of London, the London Bridge, still standing, not falling down at the moment. I hate I missed TNA yesterday. Nah, it happens. It was not bad at all for TNA. It wasn't. And again, they're going to have to iron out some things. This is a big endeavor for them, and people, you just get it perfect. Like so many people out there nowadays that don't ever leave the house. They order their food, they order their groceries, their mommy makes their beds. Like they have all these opinions on how people are doing things and not realizing the challenges, right? Oh, it's a live show for the first time. We're trying to figure our shit out. Oh, can you believe that match got ruined because they slipped? What do we mean? Like some of y'all out there slipping it in the shower in the morning. What are we talking about? As we are getting the walk-ins into the O2, Cherokee, welcome back. 6.5 out of 10. It had bad moments. Sounds like we have transfer portals in wrestling and in college football. Kind of does sound like it, right? But I like it. That's the exciting part of all this. 6.5, I thought it was better than that, but I understand. That's fair. Matt Cardona in the house. I don't mind commercials, bathroom break, smoke break, let the dog out. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the challenge, when we do it like this. And right, it's the no breaks, Trick Williams walking down the street of London. Is the cooking slow or are the people cooking slow? I think the cooking is slow, but I think the people are actually moving fast and wanting, the people want the microwave. We got out the slow cooker. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sammy in the house. Where is Hobbs going? Rumor is SmackDown. Apparently SmackDown. He left in the middle of the night. People said keep an eye out for him. I think it'd be hilarious and really cool if he showed up. But I think you'll give him time. I imagine he'd go to NXT first. I have no idea why he wouldn't go to NXT. I think Hobbs is a guy that could use some love, use some promo time, use some training, hone his skills, learn how to be a big man, learn to tell a story. I think Hobbs, this idea that, he's just jumping right to the main roster. Is he? Is he? Maybe. The commercials get 0 to 10 last night on TNA debut. I like that I got a whole lot of Ric Flair. I don't know what happened. But right now we're going back to last Friday in Germany. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, 3 stages of hell. How did you feel about it? Did you like it? Was it good? Did it float your boat? Let me know. Are we at the Wembley Arena? Yeah, O2 Arena. So at Wembley Park. So not Wembley Stadium, but O2 next to it. Jose, I wasn't going to. I'm sure you're glad you did. Today is the 20th anniversary of Edge versus Ric Flair TLC. 20 years, Ronan. Welcome back, sir. Making me feel old. What are we doing? It has been 7 years since Drew McIntyre won the title. Now the tournament for the number 1 contender starts today. Yeah, so I think in a perfect world, Drew wins. You kind of come up with a storyline to build off of. What does Drew do next? I feel like we're rushing. And again, we talked about last year's Mania felt a little hindered, halted, the excitement, the build, because right before Mania, they went to Europe and did a tour. And that's fine if you're going to do it. But you got to build the shows that you're planning to do when you get back. Like Royal Rumble feels unplanned, unprepared. And I'm sure they got ideas. I'm sure they know what they want to do. But as a fan right now, I'm not that excited for Royal Rumble other than it's Royal Rumble. Yeah, good evening. Greetings from Poland tomorrow. After 10 years, WWE returns to Poland, especially the Ergo Arena in Danzig. That's really cool, man. Hopefully you get to go, or people that are going, you get to have a good time. That's really cool. So welcome back. They are trying to be global. TLC used to be the learning channel. It's true. Friday night SmackDown, Friday day SmackDown, Friday night SmackDown. Call it what you will. The Knee Pad Patrol. I didn't think I was going to see you, homie. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, sir. Feeling good, and ready to get into your weekend. Who else? Brandon, Y2J. Are we going to get Y2J? A lot of buzz, a lot of people wondering, could he be on TNA last night? Would that be the one? Could he show up on NXT just to shock the world? Could he show up here tonight? We'll find out. I don't think so, but we'll find out. TNA was the definition of mid, to be honest. It was fine, but I wouldn't order that meal again. I think I'm a little bit above that vibe, but right in that wheelhouse. It was as we get the bagpipers. So unreal, folks. Yeah. Touching my heart. I feel like I'm at a family reunion. Let's go. This is epic to start the show. The gentlemen with the bagpipes are out. So good. Let's make the champ feel special. Night 1. Bradley gifting gifts as always. Thank you, sir. Spaz with $10 in the chat. And I'm going to try and say hello to everybody. If I miss you, repeat yourself. But thank you so much for the bones. As here comes Drew. That's crazy. Things with TNA last night, it was not a huge show. It was a good example of a normal show for people not familiar. Not false, rise to the fall, if that makes sense. Big Love, Solo, K Jigs, and Shat. Spaz, I would agree with that as well. Like, you go for broke and you do everything on the first night. Where do you go from there? So the challenge for them, and we said it from day one, even if last night was a 10 out of 10, what are they going to do week 2, week 3, week 4? I think one of the things they did really well that the fans gave no value to was they ran a lot of look back through history, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of teaching people what TNA is. I think that's fair, right? They were kind of educating the audience of this is the X Division, this is what knockouts are, because they were anticipating, and I believe they were successful in having people that weren't your usual crew there. So people tuning in for the first time, the first show, the premiere, you make it look good. MDB, I can't even say what you just said. I don't believe. So that's hilarious. Rock, Dove, Rock, Pigeon, aka Columbia. What are we saying here? Yeah, is the ancestor of all pigeons. The more you know. Helps. Lindsay, let's go. The arena isn't even finished yet for the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Oddly enough, no stress. No stress. Anyway, I mean, they'll pull it off. They'll have like 7,000 dudes fucking slugging mud for the next week. They'll be good. They're going to build this quick time. Hold on tight. We just hope it stands once they get it up. But Drew McIntyre sauntering out to the ring, and that smug smile, NXTNA. Let's see what I just switched it up. NXTNA. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, a rock dove, a dove, obviously, a type of pigeon. I have no idea. Ba 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 ba. Who else did I got in here? Miguel, got you. Jose, got you. Ronan, I think I said hello. Welcome to Friday Afternoon Smackdown, live in London, England. I never slip. I fall. A lot of girls give me their number, but I never call. That's jokes. Let's go. Spuzzy! KJ, you're being too nice. You talk about showers. Talk about showers in the IWC in the same sentence. Right? That's true. Good point. Slip getting out of bed, slip getting off the couch, the pull-out couch. You're right. My bad. It took me a second. Y'all for showing up this afternoon, despite seeing it again in 2 hours after this is over. I do appreciate it. And again, if you are tuning in and you've seen the recording, by all means, sync it up with the show, watch with us, or you can just listen after the fact and get our 2 cents on everything you just watched. Hobbs ain't jumping to no main roster. Let's get real. People have done this before, MDB. We talked about Jordan Grace. We talked about Blake Monroe, Ricky Starks. They overvalue talent. Like you see the guys out there and the girls out there that, oh man, Trips is, kicking himself about Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia would be, would be in the Vanity Project in NXT at the bottom of the fucking barrel. But oh no, he's so good, so good. I don't think so. I enjoyed Drew versus Cody in the 3 stages. That's good. It's a good one. Yeah, I mean Hobbs showing up in NXT is good, but it's kind of funny because whoever gets the belt, it's almost like it does not feel like Oba's brother just walked through the door and now everyone's got to give the belt to him. Shit. Turn the 02 to an 03. I like it, my guy. Cheers to that one. It's up to Spaz. There you go. Jose feeling good. Classic. Hobbs needs some development, but he should stick to the book of Hobbs concept. The book of Hobbs concept was really well done. The packages were good. It was just no delivery. And I think something in 2026 that Tony Khan's really got to try and do is if you start a story, you got to finish it. We just watched the Young Bucks, go through all this money trouble and all these $1 million matches, and and all this bullshit, and then boom, babyface. John Moxley running amok for 2 years, causing trouble, holding the belt hostage, babyface, without telling the story, just kind of happening. They got to get into that. Hobbs, same thing. You give us all this good shit about Hobbs and his upbringing. True story, too. The man's had a tough life. He's overcome. He's persevered. Again, it's a great story. It's something you can build on. And they just never followed through. Hurt Business, MJF, never followed through. CM Punk, Young Bucks, Adam Page, never followed through. Tony Khan is the biggest tease in the wrestling world. He just never follows through. As we get the Drew McIntyre chance. My wife and me, the vacuum doesn't suck anymore. I said put an AEW sticker on it. No offense to my European friends. Give us our wrestling back. Give us back. As we're getting You Deserve It chance. That's the better answer, MDB. Get some knee pads for it. KJ, have you heard the rumor of AEW hosting Wrestle Dream and TO based around Edge's last match? I have heard that. That would mean that both his last matches would have been in the same building. Also, there's an MLP and Ring of Honor show. Yeah, a lot going on. I know MLP just announced 2 shows in one weekend in Windsor. Yeah, I think very funny because you don't see Edge for a while. So to like build a show in Toronto around Edge almost seems interesting. Like, we're going to throw a birthday party for the guy that never comes around, I guess. Good for him that he gets to end, his career twice in the same place. As the crowd loves Drew McIntyre right now. All packages, no delivery. Damn. Just called the British a bunch of mentalists. Did Scott, don't see Scott Rizzo. I did. Goals. What's up, Goals? The better half of everyone's second favorite box. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this weekend. Hope Mr. Box is doing wonderful, and I hope you're feeling well. Yeah. The Book of Hobbs felt like it had legs to it. To be honest, there are several things that I feel like have had legs to it that just never ended up going anywhere. And I gave a couple examples. Yeah, Tony Khan's like the fucking IUD of fucking wrestling. You get it in there, but you might not get where you wanted to go. Pick 5 wrestlers for men and women's Royal Rumble, and the numbers left for women are 2, 3, 3. Pick 5 wrestlers for the men's Royal Rumble and the women's Royal Rumble, and the numbers left for the women are 2, 3, 3. All right, Kirby, welcome. Don't forget, folks, we do have a Twitch. And actually, I wanted to check this. Real quick. Sorry, on a side note, somebody did bring up, and I want to see if I can find it. Let me see. Somebody mentioned cage match and TNA and what the score was of TNA last night. So I just wanted to find it because I want to prove a point to somebody real quick. I can't. Oh, TNA Impact Night 1. 1.49 average rating. So 72 valid votes. So less than 100 people in the world. Less than 100 wrestling fans. What would you guess? What percentage of the wrestling world is 100 people? 0.3%? Less than 1%? Right? Like, so people say things like Cage Match or the Wrestling Observer are sources. Look what happened. Look what they said on Cage Match. 70 people. When we did our award show, there's plenty of categories. Not all of them. Definitely got more votes than that. So I'd like to consider, if 70 votes, some of these here that I'm looking at have 15 votes, 27 votes. I mean, if that's enough, I mean, you can go to our channel and go to the post section. 91 people gave TNA a thumbs up last night. So by that standard, TNA was an A, period. As here comes Randy Orton. Randy Drew. Randy Drew. Let's do it. Randy is in the tournament tonight. So do you get my point about cage match, folks? Do you get the point that if 71 people average out to 1.97 or whatever the fuck they said it was, and then 91 people here at the Wrestling for Life Network voted that it was an A. So who's got more validity? Who's more right? Right? So we got to be careful when you say something like, well, cage match. And I know Safid, I believe, put it in the comments, he wasn't advocating for a cage match in any way, shape, or form. But I do want to show people, like, you can come to a place to hear and get a fan view of things, or you can go to places like Cage Match and get the sicko view of things. I was able to catch the tail end of TNA last night, and from what I saw, I enjoyed it. Stash, welcome. Tomorrow, AA debuts a show on Fox, yes. But that's Fox Mexico, I do believe. We love you, Box. Let's go. Pick a number from playing with my emotions here. 16. Pick 5. Pick 5 numbers. 16, 5, 8, 12, 27. Was that 4 or 5? Jeff Jarrett, last rodeo had legs. It did. How jazzed were we? And we wanted Jeff Jarrett to win the Owen Hart because of that. Right? We had that vibe. Like, let him do it. Will TNA Genesis be on YouTube tomorrow? YouTube TV in the States, maybe? I don't know. As far as it's usually on Access, or I believe it's still on Triller. Mega loves to all. Welcome back again. Always a pleasure to see that smile kicking around. Liv Morgan, Bianca, my final 2 in the Women's Rumble this year. If Bianca's healthy, she wins. I don't know. The box trolls. My God. Randy in the ring with the mic. We don't like each other. Would you be happy with Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre? KJ don't need hard questions when he's on the vitamins. I'm mathin'. Yeah, see, 1.67 on Cage Match. So 71 people voted. And that's the argument. Okay? So if we put up a poll and we get 100 people, who's got more validity? Who would you trust? Is a bigger number? Still a small sample size. I don't buy it. It's only a percentage. But it's less than 1% of the wrestling community out there. And people will post it on the internet like, look what Cage Match said. It's not what Cage Match said. It's a few internet stuck people that can't get off the internet and have to prove. And people are dying. Like I said earlier, people so want TNA to shit the bed. They want it so bad. And they might not get it. But we got company. Jacob Fatu is back. We saw him at the end of last week's match. He played a factor. He was part of the reason why Cody is no longer champion. But London, here comes the werewolf. We are better than Cage. That's it. I'm 100%. And I just want to make that point. That when people hear us say something, it's being reacted to by more people than some of these other content creators, some of these dirt sheet writers, some of these other people. They don't have the live interaction that we have, the voting on our site. Like I said, I mean, just in an example for last night, more people voted here. Not tons, but more. Let's go. The Miz sneaks up on Randy. Out of nowhere. So we're getting Randy, the Miz, as the Miz gets a jump on Randy Orton. I will put a poll up, folks. And again, I will take a second to remind everybody out there, we are going to spoil some shit. This is the way it is. In a perfect world, we all get live at the same time. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect world. RKO or The Miz, who you taking. I'm not going to put nobody as an option because I'm going to assume in this tournament format, we need a winner. WWE is so drab right now. I don't know about that, Brian. Or Brad. I mean, again, people have kind of beat this narrative out loud for a while. I'm having trouble with completely going there. I've pointed out their flaws in the back half of 2022. Wow, 2025. But 2026 I think has been off for a good start. I think right now SmackDown is 2 for 2. We've had 2 good SmackDowns in 2026. Drew winning the championship's a big fucking deal. I think that Raw's been decent for 2 weeks, but I think SmackDown's won the first, they're up 2-0 on Raw right now. So yeah, Drew being champion, Jacob Fatu being here, they got to carry the weight now. They got to give us excitement. And I do think a lot of the problem is slow burn, slow play, playing it simple. A lot of the main events are ending in squashes. A lot of main events are hokey finishes. We need some solid one-on-one, nobody interferes, fight to the finish kind of shit to go down. That's what, to me, there's a lot of people that they're relying on that are too in and out. And then when they are in, you got to give them something. The creative's got to be exciting. Now they've done some good stuff. How many title changes do we have this week? Like, you go back 7 days, Drew wins a title. Monday, we get a couple title changes. Sorry, last Monday, we got a couple title changes. So, they're trying stuff, but they got to make sure that they're, again, it's a microwave society. Cause right there with you. A wild viper. I got to catch up. Shinsuke versus Penta could be cool. Should be fun. 2 veterans. A bit of a fantasy booking vibe to this. TNA didn't have much that got me out of my seat. I set my calendar for next week's show. Just saying. Yeah, fair enough. Again, I think it was it was good, not phenomenal. But that's where I'm kind of at with it. Am I mad about it? No. Could it have been better? For sure. Was there a couple segments that lackluster? Yes. I thought the opening match was good. I thought they got into the action. I thought there was fun stuff that happened. I thought that I really thought the main event was a good main event, and the right guy won. Shinsuke. Right, I'm off. You guys know what to do. Yes, it's a signature now. Smash that like button, elbow drop, the follow button, and tag in a friend. Let's go. And everybody go check out our friend Kazi Ghoul. Go check her out. Go give her some love. Go check out Geekbox as well. And go check out all our friends. Let's continue to grow this wonderful world. As right now, the Miz dropping Randy with a DDT right out of the gate. Randy was dressed for a match. Randy's been thrown into a match. Randy's still going to win the match, but we got to make it look like it's in peril. As Randy's shirt off. What happened to Jeff Jarrett versus MJF? What happened to Jeff Jarrett? Period. Right? What happened to all of it? He cut a great promo. And then they said, nah, we can't do that. Versus Punk for the title feels odd. Why would Randy Punk feel odd? I don't necessarily agree with that trade. OVW has their pay-per-view on YouTube now. That's a tough shout. Brad, yeah, OVW does, shout out to Al Snow and crew, but they're up against SmackDown. Randy wants to fight. Honestly, I don't know if we'll see Bianca at Rumble. It's up in the air, Trey. I know they had to go back in, and I know my buddy MDB out there has talked at length about her being injured and out longer than we anticipate, as she had to, I think, get recut open to fix her hand or finger. So we'll see. Spoiler alert, this show will be 100 times better than last night's Impact. I'm hoping, for sure. Stash. Let's go. Miz is so underrated. I know people hate the Miz, and I get it, but yeah, we are. What? What do you want him to do? He wants a world title. He wants to be a two-time Grand Slammer every day, every day, every day, every day. Lucky I got thick skin, big boned. King of the Cage match. Let's go. Let's go. The Beast fought too. So we will see. Will it be, Jacob's stalking, and as far as I know, Jacob's not in one of these potential spots, right? So something has to happen. Something has to give. Or is it just going to be a case of we're going to give Drew one of these 8 men, and then he's just going to still be stalked by the werewolf until we get that at, Rumble, at Chamber. I don't know. I feel like we're in this weird holding pattern. Somebody said, I've just answered somebody about it feeling drab. Maybe you're right. Randy looking for a fight. Randy not happy as he drops Miz on the commentary table. Book it. Cage match. It's for all the sickos that go covering for TK. And again, and you're 100% right. And I wanted to emphasize that here today. Oh, cage match. It gave World's End 9.8. It was 16 people. The fuck's your point? As we get at EDT, Anthony Thompson, Randy has a match, so that won't help. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? As Randy is firing up, crowd going wild. Spaz, I will get to that super chat. Let's go. The drop the soap suplex is ridiculous, but Miz counters and gets a 2. Holy shit! We're in the WWE void, people. Yeah, we need Triple H to find the fucking gas pedal. When the vitamins and KJ's humor kicks in at the same damn time. I like it. All day tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m., I'll have a pay-per-view hangout ongoing. What does that mean? Drop in, see who's in the chat. Like a guest book, leave a prediction, leave a reaction. Gonna be fun. Let's go. Let's go. We will be here live, but shout out Spaz. Thank you for the 10 bones. We will be here live as Randy just ends it. RKO, and it's over. Thick skin. Well, the Miz is rated. Okay. Okay. We weren't here for that one. Randy wants a fight. Got all that. Brad is drab. That's not nice. I feel bad for Cody Rhodes without a title. Do we feel sympathy? Are we happy we moved on? What is next for Cody Rhodes? Osama, welcome back, sir. What is next? Where do we go from here? What does it look like? Are we going to get heel Cody? Are we going to break out the black hair dye? But Randy Orton advances to Saturday Night Main Event. Drew McIntyre hugging his belt, scurrying away, and Ilya Dragunov saying hello to the champ. Ilya Drew? I'd give up some money for Ilya Drew. Randy, so I gotta catch up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. How would you feel about Ilya Drew? Ilya Drew's got a ring to it. Almost would have been a black hole. Pause. What? Wait, what did I miss? I just want to know what drive me. Paul, you were too much. Google that shit. Americano versus Vikingo tomorrow on AAA. The interesting part with that, Bernard, is the fans have turned on Vikingo, and Americano almost feels like the over babyface in the scenario. So funny how things work out. So we do go to commercial break. I hate when I miss a good inside joke. Me too, man. Trust me, I'm here trying to read y'all mind. I think we do a pretty good job. I think you and I are kind of dialed in, but I mean, sometimes the jokes are a little obscure. I can't read your tone, but we do our best. We're having a good time. Speaking of having a good time, we are here all week long. If you're new here, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Gearing up for a crazy 2026. We got a whole bunch of goals and milestones we want to hit. We're in WrestleMania season. We're heading towards our Mania marathon. We got so much coming your way, including our Super Bowl party, the annual Super Bowl party, where it could be a go Bills go. Go Bills go. Everybody that can hear my voice, pray for the Bills. We prayed for this, and it could happen, and we could be here live to watch an important Bills game with Big Nick, which may be the most epic stream we ever do. So go Bills, go. Go Bills, go. Yeah, a bunch of fans treating on Cody like that. I saw it coming a mile away. Well, again, I mean, the IWC is very fickle, and what you did yesterday doesn't matter. What are you doing for me today? And Cody's still super over, and that's why people said, like, take the internet with a grain of salt. And I know the internet people out there, the other content creators, other people, get offended. How can they tell us just watch the show? I can't believe they say, like, that we're not, our opinion doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It doesn't at the end of the day, because there's 10,000 people cheering and jumping and singing for all the things that you say suck. That becomes the dilemma, guys. Cody Rhodes is over. People might not like Cody Rhodes as a champion. People might not, but people are paying tickets to see him. People are buying his merchandise. People want to buy his little skull mask. That's the truth. Whether you like it or not, over is over. The job in this business is to get over, to get to the point where the fans are going nuts. You guys might not like Yeet. You guys might not like Jey Uso. People out there might say Jey Uso can't wrestle. I know, because Jim Cornette said it. Everyone wants to say it. But at the end of the day, the guy got himself over. Doesn't matter how. And at the end of the day, I mean, he's no different than any other big name that wrote a really good song and a really good gimmick to success in the wrestling world. But somehow the IWC nowadays finds that as oh, I can't believe he got over. That's his job, right? Like, would Stone Cold be Stone Cold if we didn't have the fucking glass break? And, again, not the most clean rather. You go watch old stuff and watch him completely miss on boots and stomps and punches. Didn't matter. Sell, sell, sell. If you work hard and you're selling it and you sell it, you're a badass. And the guy you're beating up sells it, you're a badass. And you take that beating. It's money. That's where the money is. So it will be interesting to see what happens with Cody Rhodes. I'm still a Cody fan. I'm still a Cody guy. 3 spots remaining for Saturday Night Main Event. Fact, sir. As right now, we are running back a replay of MFT and the Wyatt 6 from last week. Good for you, Trey. Don't flake. There you go. Hold on tight. According to the reports, Cody lost the title so he can go spend time with his newborn daughter and take time off. I would probably, that's a possibility, Chris. I would imagine whoever reported it doesn't really know, but I do know that we've talked about, once you kind of go on a long run, going away for a while, taking a breath, it's WrestleMania season. Cody will be back. He just needs, you let the focus be on the new champion. So right now we are getting a Wyatt 6 video, and I got Bo. Bo knows. I would love to see Ilya versus Drew match without a time limit, and there is no quit in either one of those. An absolute barn burner. Ilya Drew cooks all day long. Let's go. Americano is the biggest star in Mexico right now. It's insane. All the Americans are offended by Americano. The Mexicans love him. Funny how that works out, IWC. Ilya versus Drew at Rumble. Oh my. Well, it depends. We'll see what happens on Saturday, heading into Saturday night main event. Ludwig Americano versus Vikingo. Yeah, I think it's a work in progress. They'll probably team them up and call them. I can't even say that. Drew Ilya? Drewisha? We will not rest. There you go. There you go. Until it's home. So I think the battle between Solo and the MFT and the Wyatts is far from over. Sign me up. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's the annual. Nick is sad. The Bills. Man's not even here to defend it. Rough. I paid good money to see Cody Rhodes get whooped by The Rock in the rain. Facts. I'm so fired for calling into work tomorrow. Well, maybe you got to come up with a good story, bro. What are we going to do? What are we going to tell them? The Bills are the underdog in this game. It really is crazy that they feel like the underdog, but I think it's that as a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, I relate. We always feel we could finish first in the league and we could be playing the last place team and we feel like, I don't know why. So Alexa and Charlotte, Alexa letting Charlotte know that last week sucked. Brother Flop Salisbury, Hogan and the Warriors sucked in the ring, but they got over. Yeah, and you know what? Hogan was much better than the Warrior. Warrior was garbage at wrestling. And as a kid, I thought he was the coolest thing ever. Right? That music hits, he runs out. Fuck, how many matches did he spend less time in the ring than he did running? They run out, fucking pin the honky tonk man in 3 seconds and fuck off again. Again, I think fans have lost the plot. And the IWC fans on the internet, there's no pleasing them, guys. Again, if you wake up and you see an account day in and day out, just bitch, 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 bitch. Even if you agree with some of it, if it's just bitch, 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 just unfollow. It's a negativity that you do not need in your life, and they get really obvious. You get really noticeable, especially when things are going kind of good, and they just hold that bitch, 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 hashtag bitch. And that's all they do. That's all they do. Again, guys like Hogan and Warrior would be eaten alive. All their shit, they're not good. They don't do anything. Blah, 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 blah. But in their day, they were big personalities. They sold the stories and they got over. The good news is you have guys in, like Cody, like Drew, that can, like Jay, that connect with the audience. A bunch of their roster, Punk, I can go on forever. Their job is to get over, have the audience excited on their feet like they are right now for Julia. And that's the job, to get over, to get that crowd response, to be good at what you do. I always use Stone Cold as an example. I mean, you think about The Rock, like one of the things that we're bagging on Jey Uso about, The Rock, like the punches. Rock almost in like one of the punch just like his daddy, those looping hands with the open clap right the last second. That's not new, but it worked for other people. It worked for Jay up until he won the Rumble. So again, be careful where you're getting your content. Be careful who you're listening to, because at the end of the day, there is good stuff happening. Jared, for sure, Purple. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's it. Like, Austin's great. Austin was one of the best guys ever. He's a GOAT. He might be on the Mount Rushmore. Probably is on the Mount Rushmore. But you go back and watch when he comes running out and he's stomping a guy's chest, and 6 of the stomps are nowhere near a human being. And but it was the energy, it was the vibe. You knew what he was doing. You knew what he was selling. Now nobody sells anything, so you got to damn near kill them to get the crowd to fucking get out of their seats. But when done right, yeah, think about it. Think about it. Think about the clunky matches and guys bumping into each other. You'll go back to people talk about the good old days of wrestling where half the wrestlers had beer bellies and were just fucking sucking wind to get through a fucking heavyweight bout. Let's be real, guys. I can't wait for heel Cody and that start of will he go? Will he try and avoid it? But again, a lot of people expecting Cody-ish. Now, do you do something like this? I've been there for the Cody Rhodes segment. That shit was beautiful. What could Cody finally sell his soul? Say fuck it, I did everything, but now I'm going Hollywood. I am Guile. God damn it, you will sonic boom. Like, is that what we could do? Would that piss people off? I mean, The Rock is very polarizing right now. As by the way, we are in a commercial break. I will take a second to let everyone know that the RKO has beat the Miz. He will be at Saturday Night Main Event. We will be here live for Saturday Night Main Event. We still have Damian to come. Julia just came out to the ring. I didn't have that announced prior to coming on live, so we will see what that looks like. Who is Julia fighting, guys? Anybody? Somebody let me know. But yeah, let's go. Where are we at with this? Let me go back here. I will put a poll up in a moment. Stone Cold was already over, but Jim Ross pushed him to a whole new level. It was everything. Like, sometimes we just talk about the perfect storm. You have JR losing his mind. You have Vince, just the world's biggest dickhead ever. You have Austin just comes along, happens to have the attitude at the right time, cuts the promo on Jake. Like, a lot of things kind of clicked into place, right? Triple H getting suspended or pushed down the card. It was just the combo of everything. And I do think that's what modern fans, and I talk about it on Wednesday, the simplicity of the writing. Like, it feels like you think I'm dumb. Not you, Tony. When Tony Khan is booking, it's like he thinks his fan base is stupid. We'll, that's what it feels like. If we do anything more complex than this dumb shit, they won't get it. That's what it feels like. As we got Titus O'Neil, whoa, what? Let's go. Yeah. He was just such a crazy pace to him when he would come out. He's just kicking the air and stomping on shit. But as a young wrestling fan, nobody gave a fuck. You just stared at it and you cheered. Oh, it's Charlotte. Charlotte versus Julia. I should have known that. All right, folks. I'll put a poll up. You let me know who you taking. We take a prediction for every single match. Take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around. Let us know how you felt about the show tonight. But Sharuka coming to the ring. I will say nobody. Kiana James is at ringside. I imagine Alexa Bliss might be at ringside, or at least, yeah, there she is. There she is. Cody Rhodes heel turn. Hell no, not even for a second. Listen, I fought this for a long time. All last year, I said it wasn't going to happen. People kept saying it was going to happen. I felt like it was too soon and too premature. Too many fans in the building love Cody Rhodes. Now I'm not as steadfast. I'm not as stubborn about the idea because he coming off that title loss. Where does he go? And does because he was getting booed by the European crowd, can he kind of parlay that into how dare you? Stone Cold hitting Vince with the bedpan in the hospital is one of my favorite sounds of all time. Bong! Let's fucking go. No, the funny thing is, did Vince McMahon ever take a good stunner? For all the stunners Vince took, did he ever figure out how to take a good one? Stone Cold was a Hall of Fame crash out all day long. When you hear the glass, that's your ass. Me in my head when Stone Cold comes out. Facts, man. If glass broke right now, you jump up like, oh my God. It just, it was just your cat knocking shit off the counter. That's how over Stone Cold was. His Booker T feud was my favorite, the segment all time. Still to this day, price check on Jackass. That's the good shit. When he comes out of the freezer and chugs the milk, Good times, classic shit. We don't do enough of that shit anymore. And I almost think it's partly the fans' fault. That's stupid. That's dumb. Just let it go. Have fun. Have fun. It's not all bad. Live a little. People got mad at me for saying that The Miz does not work as a babyface. They thought I said he never worked babyface. Even in his interview, The Miz said his character does not work, but he does not. And I mean, the odd time they've kind of, you get a happy-go-lucky kind of thing going on, and the fans kind of cheer for our truth. Oh, by the way, I lied in the poll. It's a tag match, and Kiana James, welcome to the show. How we doing out there, folks? Ready for this one?
Yums.
Fun fact: KJ Julia was born in London, England. There you go. Learning shit all the time. I think I lost my previous point, but that's all right. Missing Dale in Boston. OG Dale working probably. Boston. I mean, Boston's a little in and out. We'll get him back. We'll get him back. Where are you, Boston? I know you're listening. Dale's got his young at rings. Yeah, right? Let's go. In honor of Dale. Oh, yeah, Chris. I mean, again, at the end of the day, The Miz is a heel, like natural heel. To me, certain people are just natural heels. Can they swing it the other way once in a while? Yeah, but it's like Charlotte. Charlotte being babyface never lasts long because if it wasn't for Alexa Bliss, we'd keep booing her. Come home. Are you too good for your home? So I do believe we are coming out of commercial break. Are we going in one? Anytime I'm in a restaurant and I hear something shot, right? Like, is it done? Right away, right away. So right now, Julia in control, Alexa Bliss in the corner, working her out. When Booker T was in the bingo hall and also, oh, come on. I mean, that's the fun shit, right? Like, we don't get a lot of that anymore. People running over people's cars or cement mixers or beer trucks or just, two dudes getting in a brawl outside of a river. We don't get enough of that shit anymore. The schmarks have gotten too big for their britches. They have perverted the love of professional wrestling. I like how you put that, sir. It was quite eloquent. That's a good way to put it. And I do think that. I think too many of the schmarks forget that they once upon a time were a kid that loved wrestling. Now they're looking at wrestling every time they see it from this new lens. And again, I'm very critical. You guys have watched me go on rants and tirades. But really, I get the most worked up when you are insulting my intelligence and you're not telling a story. You're not able to put the story together. That's where I feel like you think I'm dumb. So you're just going to like break some tables and make me forget that you fucking didn't do anything else in this show. But at the end of the day, I mean, again, like I think professional wrestling is unique. Is the one kind of form of entertainment where you see the fan base just the bulk of people online seem to hate the product that they follow 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are people on the internet that watch or at least fucking spend more time on the internet talking about wrestling than I do. I don't even like fucking screw Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Instagram's not much better, but it's a little better because it's just so toxic. Charlotte Flair with the win. Woo. Yeah, I got it wrong. But I still take that point. So Charlotte, nobody got in there with 14. Shout out to Keith Sweat. Yeah, it's true. I'm with you, homie. What did Jose say that was so genius? Oh, that there. Yeah, that's jokes. I think it works in short moments, not as sustained babyface run. Oh, you're 100% right, Bernard. 100%. Miz greater than MJF. Well, what I will say is the Miz has had a longer time to do it to garner that. Pardon me. At this time in history, I mean, I think Miz has a better resume. That's hard to argue. MJF has a higher ceiling, a higher level of potential. Kiana took lessons from Matt Cardona on how to spray tan dark. Oh, Charlotte distracting the ref. We only get a 2 count. First ballot. Let's go. Let's go. We will have one day. We got to earn it, though. We got to get there. MJF over the Miz. Kiana James don't need to spray tan. She got melanin. Let's go. Well, I wish I was Mel then. If you got it, you got it. The thing about Booker T and Stone Cold is the chemistry, because Booker T never complained about a damn thing Stone Cold ever did, and it works so well. It was a masterpiece. Yeah, and it was that mix of serious but an edge of comedy to it. You know, Booker didn't take himself too serious as far as willing, going down the conveyor belt, getting hit with fruits and vegetables and milk, and again, being able to let go to you could believe that they hated each other enough to fight in the supermarket, and then you just have a ball watching them work it out in the supermarket, right? Like, that to me is the great storytelling and the chemistry. You're completely right. Evolve is more entertaining than Dynamite every week. They had a triple threat women's match on Evolve for the title. There you go. A lot of people have talked about it. They hate for clicks. They do. And what bothers me about that, Paul, is when we're critical, that's the instant thing you're accused of. Oh, you're just ranting because you want. No, trust me, if that was the goal, we'd be trying a lot fucking harder. I guarantee you that. And we could be a lot more offensive, and we could be a lot more ignorant around here. However, that is the byproduct of a class of people. And again, we saw a bunch of people, attend a show last night that they have no interest in just because. So again, grifters harness outrage for profit. It's perfect, C Money. And that's exactly by definition. X is talking. Blue Sky is, I'm sorry, but Blue Sky is one of the most miserable collection of just hypocritical, sour fucking people. I've never seen such a collection of self-righteous, self-involved people in one place. And every single one of them accuse everyone else of doing what exactly they're doing. Like, it's this guilty conscience. It's this weird, vile projection that they have where, oh, I bet you're, like this idea that you're freaking out or you're angry or you're raging, and it's them. They're so somehow weirdly invested in whatever they're doing. That's a weird fucking place. Granted, the rest, full disclosure, only 60 people follow us over there because we never go over there. We literally post our fucking our ad for the show, and then we get back out. It's gross. No, I missed it. I missed it, bro. I missed it. What can I do? Alexa hooks it up, and Alexa gets the W. Let's go. KJ, when was the last time Jay defended her belt? Oh shit, Naya's here. As Naya pops Julia. Naya punches Alexa. Oh no, Lash punches Alexa. Kaz and the Miz over MJF. Oof. We'll see. MJF's got a challenge in front of him right now. MJF has the belt. MJF and the booking team have to really make MJF matter. We've seen him do the shtick. We've seen him, we know he likes to insult. Oh, Julia stepping up to Nia. Kiana trying to play peacemaker. Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. And I like him on commentary, so I don't give a shit what people think. If you want to see, go watch Booker T's TNA run. My God. And I know people, like, it's almost so campy, but he was so fucking good. But up next, Cody Rhodes. What is Cody feeling? What is Cody thinking? How is Cody doing? Next Friday in Montreal. We're there for SmackDown, and we're there for Saturday night main event. And I'm telling you guys, Friday has to be good next week. Saturday main event has to be good. And we got to pole vault into some shit because right now, nobody's talking about the Royal Rumble. Julia and Kiana, solid tag team. Give them some time and to work on the double team stuff moves. And you got something there. I think so. I think Kiana James, I know why they drafted her. I know she got injured. I've been an advocate for another KJ for a long time. I know my buddy MDB out there is feeling it too. But Kiana James has a lot to bring to the table. She's athletic. She's strong. She can wrestle. She's just new in her career. So we're trying to figure that out. Julia stepping up to someone like Nia. Let's go. Let's see if Julia can have one of those matches where, David versus Goliath or Danielle versus give me Goliath. I don't know. Whatever. Julia versus Julia. But that all being said, there's talent. There's good talent. I know people were worried about Julia. She's got the U.S. title. I know they took a loss tonight, but Kiana eats the pin, and it was Alexa Bliss. So you can't really get mad when Alexa Bliss pins somebody. Kiana James, Xmas Cakes, let's go. The hate clicks work, though. They do. I mean, a lot of people have built a career on it. They do. I just don't. You'll never catch me cheering when I don't feel it, and you'll never catch me booing when I don't think it. Is that fair? Is that fair? I think that's kind of been our policy. We kind of run it real and authentic, as Nick always says. And again, at the end of the day, I mean, do you, boo-boo. Go get those clicks, because eventually that runs out. You can't bitch and complain forever. You even watch a guy like Jim Cornette right now. Jim's trying to pull in other content into what he does because people are even he's getting tired of saying the same things. It has a shelf life. So we're hoping our method and our madness is a better approach. Timothy Thatcher versus Charles Dempsey was an amazing old school style match. Absolutely. Two good technical wrestlers. Hashtag they hate us because they ain't us. Facts all day long, Jose. Charlie Dempsey versus Timothy Thatcher was good as well on that show. Man, if KJ let me really hate on at my full potential, I promise we go viral daily. I mean, realistically, right? Right? Causing trouble. I'd love to just fuck it, fuck the rules and just go completely off, but maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll hit my breaking point with this fucking IWC bullshit. Spinneroonie. Everybody was doing spinneroonies. It was guys' touchdown celebrations. As right now, I'm just getting a view of what could be British Parliament, I think. Hashtag sour milk. As now we go to Solo with MFT, and he's got the lantern. So how do we feel about the Wyatt and MFT rivalry? We waited for the Wyatts to do something. Now they're doing something. Is it working? The building seems to pop huge for it. Now Solo stole the lantern. Yeah, again, the funny part is we left the toxic people. You are the toxic people. It's the fucking that's what they don't understand. You're the fucking problem. And that's why that app is all but fucking pretty much ready to die. Hashtag real haters. I tried the spinnerooner, the spinny Rooney, the spinner Rooney, once, and it sent my chihuahua flying facts. Hey, recognize hate? If anybody would recognize anything, you two would. But here comes Cody Rhodes. I don't have a picture for that. I just want to click things. All right. 2-0, 30 watching, and 26 likes. Come on, people. 50 watching. If you hit the like button yet, it's a Friday. Give me a like. Come on. Be nice. Be nice. Help the algorithm. Be friendly. But we should have 50 likes on the stream. So let us know. Let us know. What are we waiting for? What you waiting for? I didn't even like it. Yeah, there you go. We're up to 28. We're up to 28. Nia Jax is here. She's running amok. I got to catch up. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like that. I like it. Well. It's now former WWE champion Cody Rhodes. Former champion Cody Rhodes. Cody's not in the tournament to get the belt back. Cody won't get his title shot or a rematch that we know of till at least after Rumble. So let's go. KJ, that's no kidding because I honestly have no clue when the Rumble even is. See what happens when I don't come to the channel. Yeah, see, you miss out. You miss out, Stash. Um, yeah, next it's the 31st, January 31st. We will be live at noon Eastern Standard Time. We will be live at lunchtime. It's the one. There's always one, right? There's always one. He's my Achilles heel. But yeah, definitely got. We can definitely agree on a lot of the female roster. I do believe we're pretty simpatico. How many injuries has Zoe Stark taken, and she's still signed? I don't. Is she still signed? I don't believe she is. Am I wrong? But I don't think Zoe Stark's still signed. All you non-sipping, non-liking haters, get the fuck out of here. Let's. Predicted Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob. Okay. So do you think he works himself into Saturday main event? I prefer if he doesn't. Jacob's not going to be there either, so would it be elimination chamber triple threat? Or will this be a case of Cody's got to go into the chamber? Is Cody going to be the first one to really declare that he's in the Rumble? I gotta go in the Rumble. There's a mix right now, guys. Yo, this is epic. The British, there's a chunk. So we got a good chunk of the crowd singing Cody Rhodes. But there's a contingent booing, noticeably booing. Facts. Exactly that. Exactly that, my guy. Kill. I hate non-likers. 7 billion people and only that many subs. Come on, right? Like, come on. Come on. I don't even like KJ and I like the stream. There you go. There you go. You fucking better. Slow low thief. Just robbing shit. Yeah, he says, what do you want to talk about? Usually I say that. And then Drew McIntyre sing along breaks out. This is fucking excellent. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Is she? Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm shocked that she still is. I thought she was a part of I thought she got moved on when they moved away from like I thought she was a part of like Dakota Kai and all that, but maybe I guess not. Where do we see Zoe Starks fitting in the women's division? That's a random question. Random answer is I have no clue with Zoe. Zoe's an athletic woman. She's a strong woman. I think Zoe needs a partner or a heater. Or is Drew McIntyre just that good? And the crowd cheers. And Drew McIntyre breaks out again. Yeah, it's a valid point, Chris. I hate escaping the cage, though. Marky Mark. It's the 3-6 Mafia quote, KJ. I thought you would have got the reference. Dude, right over my head. I didn't even catch it. Put a quote on it or something. I think it's just your fucking words. Cost slots up to 200. Custom logo slots up to 400. What? Are you going to double watch Genesis and AAA tomorrow? We're probably going to be leaning towards Genesis for the most part. We always keep an eye on the secondary items. So stay tuned. We cover it all. With John left, fans needed a new guy to split cheers and boos on. Cody's okay. Cody stealing the fans. Cody stealing the fans. Drew McIntyre said there's no rematch clause. Good. Officially entering the Royal Rumble, folks. I kind of called it. Kind of called it. For Rumble, get your snacks, vitamins, and libations. Let's go. Last night, TK signs another wrestler, Lena Cross. Okay, not bad. London loving Drew, as you would expect. But Cody wins him back over. I'm going to go away. I'm going to sharpen my tools. Let's talk Jacob. But yeah, Cody kind of getting them back. You guys do deserve WrestleMania. Oh, we love this guy. Fickle fans. He's going to lose the Rumble and turn heel afterwards. Could. I mean, again, it will all depend on. I mean, the good thing about the Rumble is it sets up all these interactions. So, Cody gets eliminated by a Jacob Fatu. What does it do to him? Jacob or, Cody throws LA Knight out of the ring. Do fans boo him for that? Like, you really open those doors with the Rumble because there are so many bodies. Birthday next Friday. Nice and early. I like it. Well, happy early birthday, Jonathan. Hopefully you're here next week. We say hi. CM Punk. An organic heel turn? I keep in mind, here's the tricky part. Because we don't know how the American audience is going to react to Cody. We know that Drew has a lot of fans. He's a couple hours away from his home. Elimination triple threat. Drew, Cody, Jacob could be. Jacob's still on the prowl. Drew fights at the Rumble, whoever it is that's going to fight, but we don't think Drew's going to lose. So we're in the back. So I think all of this is leading to believe to Cody to create a story and is back. Yeah. He's writing a new story. So I wrote my first book. Now we got to come out with Chambers and Secrets or whatever the fuck. Damn, just now I'm walking to work and I find a lost dog in the middle of the goddamn street, snow everywhere. It's freezing. Why do people do this stuff? That's heartbreaking, Paul. Hopefully you can corral and get him some help. Absolutely blows my mind. I don't get the cruelty to animals. I don't get the cruelty to any living thing. Just get along, folks. Don't be stupid and be nice. Right. It's quality random. It is very quality, except other people brought Zoe up, so it didn't feel so. Zoe and Ivy as a powerhouse team, that could work. That could work, Spaz. I mean, I haven't seen enough from Cody or Zoe to kind of say she doesn't work, but she needs help. But Matt Cardona cuts a promo as he is getting ready, and the crowd goes loud for Trick. All right, folks, we're going to put a poll up. Who wins? Who you taking? Are you taking Trick or are you taking the returning Matt Cardona? An interesting booking because Cardona just came back and Trick just came up. So who can afford the loss? Now we get Rumble talk from Cody. So Cody, as far as I know, is the only person officially announced for the 2026 Royal Rumble as it stands now. Drew said you're not getting a rematch. There is no rematch clause. That was maybe part of the deal. So Cody is in the Rumble. Slimy. That's what makes him so good. Yeah, even the way he won it only adds to that. You're completely right. Does Roman toss out Cody leading to the Mania match? 100%. That could be the thing. So would you do Cody Roman non-title? That's interesting. I think in my head it always it always leads to a belt. Oh, it's always a pleasure, my guy. Even when I don't know I'm doing it. Everybody got breaks on their ass. Everyone's got breaks on their ass. Makes them slow down. Their bullshit. See money. I'm trying to see what C Money said before that. Does Jacob have brakes on his ass? Shouldn't they be on? Shouldn't they be on his car? No, no brakes. All gas. What can we tell you? All gas, no brakes. Not even on his car. He uses his feet like fucking Fred Flintstone. Cardona's amped. So who are you taking in this one? Are we taking Cardona? Are we taking Trick? I mean, I'd be surprised Trick takes an L. I'm also going to be surprised if Cardona takes an L. Cardona could probably be okay with that. No more Rock. No more Rock. Whoop that. Woo, woo, woo. Make him a team. Cardona has a history as a loser in this company. Trick is white hot right now. I mean, again, is that a reason? Like, this is why this booking's a little tricky, and I'm really curious how they're going to do it. In the sense of Cardona does have a history as being a loser. Do you want him to come back and repeat that vibe? You want Matt Cardona, not Zach, to come in and kind of go, look, I'm good. I'm pretty, I'm a badass now. I changed. I'm different. I did the Drew McIntyre. Crowd was loud. 1-800 whoop that all day long. Where's Brock? I don't know. I hope Brock's not at the Rumble. I'm going to be honest. I don't want Brock Lesnar at the Rumble, and I don't want him winning the Rumble. Yeah, people love a good fucking sing along. It is crazy. Audience participation matters. Whoop that trick. TK has signed like 10 wrestlers this week. That's a record. You don't tell me there's not pressure on Tony Khan. Even if it's internal pressure. I'm not saying that there's pressure in the sense of he's got to get it right, or he's going to lose his company, or this company's going to go under. But I think there's this internal pressure that he wants to be the best. He wants to show everybody he's the best. And I think this idea that he's not as maniacal and as tricky and using his wallet to his advantage just as much as everybody else. We act like this guy is a saint and he seems like such a nice guy. But TNA about to go jump on TV and he's out there scooping up everybody he can. People are so worried about what the WWE was going to do to TNA, and just Tony Khan with a smile, one after the other, and that's the goalpost moving. That's the hypocrisy of the IWC, and we're witnessing it right in front of our very eyes. Trick has to pay his dues on the main roster. That's true. But if he loses here, people are going to, you know how people are, Chris. I can't believe he lost. Now, if Cardona loses here, people are going to, can't believe he lost. See, you can't win. I just want them to have a good match. There's Matt Cardona walking on out. It's a little surreal. Cardona versus Trick Williams on SmackDown. Flat Cardona. Right now, 57%. That's pretty close, guys. A pretty tight race between Trick and Cardona in the voting. Tony McMahon, I say it all the time. Tony Vincent McCon is it's a thing. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Tony is more like Vince than Triple H is. Triple H is just like his father-in-law. We might actually get better booking if it was at times, or crazier booking anyway. But Tony's doing Tony things, and I think at times we overlook it. Some people overlook it, but it's there, and you can't tell me he's not nervous. You can't tell me that internally that, and you see it with the sickos. TNA, as much as people are, they're nothing. No, it's just TNA. Just TNA. So dumb. Think about it. It's coming. It's gonna happen where they're on your heels and they're working. They sold 3,000 tickets to their show last night. They're their merch might pick up. They're working with the WWE. They're on TV. Gotta be careful. The idea that Tony's not nervous or Tony's not bothered by this, bullshit. It almost seems like, does it not feel targeted for all the people that's free agents, all the people out there? He goes out and gets his hands on the rascals. He goes after, he just brought in Jet Speed. He's got Josh Alexander. Jake something just joined the mix. Already had Deanna and Taya. What have we done? Right there. I'm just saying Prime Yokozuna and Andre would have been a cool tag champs. Also, that's so fantasy, but yeah, for sure. Next 2K is going to have AAA and TNA people and Chelsea's dumpster. All right, let's go. Now, the actual dumpster she fell in or her own? Yeah, never mind. Another one, Spaz. Nothing but love, buddy. The fact that TK will never run out of daddy's money, he doesn't need to sell a single ticket. The man has never seen consequence in his life, and it shows in specific, repetitive, lazy booking. He is booking for him, right? Like, it is literally, he's sitting, as long as he's in Gorilla, in his chair, rocking back and forth with a juice box and loving the show, he's happy. He believes that's great booking. That's great television. I mean, it's a little arrogant and a little self-absorbed to continually tell everyone what a great job you're doing. But at the end of the day, when it's a vanity project like this, the fans don't really matter. And I know the sickos don't want to hear this, but if they really mattered to Tony Khan, when the groundswell blows up and people want to see better wrestlers booked, better women's division, better this. No, we don't do any of that. We'll go get new tag titles, or we'll unify a title, then ununify it. But we're not going to do what you guys want. All he cares about is him and the fake friends that he's developed over the last 5 years. All the people that pat him on the back and talk about how much they love him. If he didn't have a fucking wallet the size of that he did, would any of these people even talk to him? Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tony Khan is hoping he hires all of these named guys. He can use them and get Ring of Honor TV deal saying, see what I got, all these stars in Ring of Honor. We should get a TV deal to showcase them. That's what he's been trying to do for more than 2 years. Remember, that's why he gave Jericho the belt. So right now, Trick is all over Matt Cardona. It's great. Great. Yeah, no, Tony Khan at this point. Again, he's just signing people to sign people. Jake something. Okay. I like Jake something. What's he going to become in AEW? We'll see. Um, people talked about the Rascals, but I'd rather have Powerhouse Hobbs on my roster than the Rascals. I would. I think it's obvious the Drew attacked Jacob. I think my hope, I kind of threw it out there, Trey, that maybe we find out Cody did. But it doesn't feel that way anymore. Jake something went from a jabroni in TNA to challenging for the AW tag titles in less than a month. I mean, that kind of counters my argument a little bit, Money, but I get what you're saying. But then what? This is juice and snow. But when you're that rich, you can get it in juice box form. TK really wanted the product to be the best it can be. He would let someone else run it. It's all about his ego. I agree. I mean, I spent a lot of my life coaching, and when I coached, I put good people around me because that's how you should do it. If they're successful, then I'm successful. And that's what you want to do as a guy in Tony's spot. Tony can be the guy that the ideas end up at him and he can give the thumbs up. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no. Moxie, you're fired. But put better people in there to create the stories. I truly believe the biggest problem, and I know we debated it all 2025, the idea of creative control. But if the wrestlers are calling their own shots, if the wrestlers are building their own shit, and the wrestlers aren't communicating with other wrestlers, then we see a night where it's just rinse and repeat. Because two guys meet up and say we're going to fight outside the ring, but they don't know the next match is also going to fight outside the ring, and it's disconnected, it's disjointed. Everybody's just trying to get themselves over. Think about it. Tony Khan's trying to get himself over. Moxie's trying to get himself over, and I get it. That's the job. But when you're in a team, when you're on a group, when you're in a company, it used to feel like in the old days of AEW, when they first started, we are banded together to bring you alternative wrestling. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful all day long. However, it doesn't feel that way now. The Bucks care about the Bucks. Kenny, I don't think cares about anything, to be honest. Kenny seems so disconnected. MJF just, worried about MJF. Tony is the obvious one. The team captain only seems to care about himself. Now, I get it. Super nice guy. He's done a bunch of generous things. But when it comes to press, Tony Khan spends more time putting himself and his brand over. I know he talks about the great wrestlers, but let's be real. Tony wants to be considered. That's why he loves, Meltzer. He wants to be that Booker of the Year. 2 count. Pretty good match here. Crowd's a little quiet, but Cardona's in control. Do these sickos know that? No. That's the thing. They think you're like, they think they don't get the little bubble they're in, right? They think they're right and everybody in the world should agree with what they see. It's a cult, right? Why can't we ask questions? Because it's a cult. Just signed with AEW as well. TK is on the. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's just, again, I think it's spiteful, but as he's signing up, and I mean, Jake something, not a whole lot of name value. The Rascals, sure, a little bit of buzz, but now they're being plateaued like they're like world beaters. All right, I guess we'll see. Wesley, I mean, was in NXT for how long? Had all the opportunity to be world champion. He's not the guy. So good luck. I hope you do well. But Tony Khan just scooping everybody up because he can. And he's going to do nothing with any of them. Right? How much has he done with the grizzled young vets in a year and a half? Meh. Right? How much has he done with Deonna Purrazzo? Meh. How much has he done with Josh Alexander? Poor bastard. That's a good point, Bernard. Mox, you're fired. $2 says KJ was a hockey or a third base coach. Never a baseball coach. Definitely a hockey coach. I coached hockey for a while. I do love hockey. Can't go wrong with that. Growing up, I loved hockey. I was better at baseball than I was at hockey. Never coached baseball, but I definitely coached hockey for over a decade. It's a lot of insecurity. It's a lot of insecurity, and that's why I think the booking is the way it is, the 50-50 booking. Tony doesn't want to upset anybody. Nobody can be on a losing streak. Nobody can get squashed. And there you go. Trick Williams pins Matt Cardona. A good match. Trick, the crowd's going crazy. There you go. That's a big win for Trick. Closer to it's a funny story. Is Tony Khan drinking Mott's apple juice boxes or high C? Probably high C. One way or the other. All day. I didn't quack. Yeah, that's all it is. Hey! And we get a huge pop for Kit. Kit, well, son, this shit is over. And you go babyface Kit against heel Trick. one entrance and a better song. This is why we get mad at all the. Oh wait, Kid jumps Cardona. Cardona says, "I'm always ready," but he wasn't there, and he eats the stairs. Get well, son. All these guys while ignoring his own homegrown talent. Again, you had so many people in your building that need the love, need the booking, need the time, need the push. Yeah, facts. This proves the music. Yes, exactly. They made this man's career with a good song. Let's go, Kit. Yeah, get well, son. Wappa. As we are in the back with Damian Priest at the moment. Damian's going to take on Solo. In London, he became Senior Money in the Bank. All right. Now that I got wings, entrants in WWE are paramount. I don't know why they've been letting mediocre music on the air for so long. The video packages and the music and the visual, somewhere along the line, somebody decided they're not that important. They're not that pivotal. And I think they're so wrong. We talked earlier today about Stone Cold Steve Austin. What would Stone Cold be like if he got Def Rebelled? Right? Like, think about it. What, if you don't, the packaging is so important. As I tell the Duchess all the time, the package matters. Fun fact, KJ Cody versus Drew got 5 stars. Did it? By who? By Meltzer? Was Meltzer drinking? When AW last mentioned Jade was the longest reigning TBS champion. Yeah, that's a phenomenal question, Chris. I have no idea. 3-0, 3-0. When I was a kid, I thought the wrestlers picked their own music. I think when we were a kid, I think you heard stories. I mean, I think that Jim is Jim. Why is his name eluding me right now? It'll come back to me. Don't worry. It's the vitamins. But they worked like with artists. A lot of the artists were on their songs, Even if they couldn't sing, they found a way to kind of get their voice in there. Jim Johnson. Thank you. Holy shit. I knew it was Jim. I almost said Jim Hansen. Wrong guy altogether. Different kind of puppets. Fair enough. 80s, early 90s, so we can relate it. We're almost there. We're a little crossover. Welcome back, Newport. How you doing? How you feeling on a Friday, sir? How can Hobbs just walk away still champion? Now, Mega. We always talk about no spoilers on the channel. I know these live shows are exceptions, but does that mean that Hobbs, who's booked in a triple threat match that happened on Wednesday, that's airing on Saturday, drops the belts? Do the Ops lose the belts? The Ops did nothing as Trios champions. Are they about to lose the Trios belts? Or did Hobbs defend it successfully and you're going to replace him the way you replace Hook? By the way, Kit's still in the ring, just on a tear, according to Joe. or Graves. TKO has access to tons of producers. They need to give us what we want. Again, it's for their own interest. Again, if you want to be able to market stuff, you can have, you know, when we were growing up, when I was growing up, I mean, we owned the WWE CDs. We wanted the albums, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rock and roll. Jacob's back. Oh, Kit's about to get pancaked. But Kit Wilson getting over. Fucked up. But Jacob about to squish him. Big kick. Down goes Kit. Oh, kick Wilson. When I get. Yeah, man. I thought he was. Dude, you remember when Undertaker beat Hogan, dropped him on the chair because of Flair? And the crowd was crying. I would have been like 7, 8 years old. And you were like, just, holy fuck, someone just killed Hulk Hogan. The Hulk is dead. But Jacob is fired up and he wants Drew. Jacob wants a mic. Jacob's got a mic. The thing with the British crowd is like everyone except Cody Rhodes has been super over with the crowd. Oh shit. Cody Rhodes is on his way back. Oh shit. Cody Jacob. This is not going to help Cody get cheered. This is not going to help Cody get cheered. You maggot. That's Jacob Cody. Jacob Cody. True, then, but create good IP. Like, that's fine. Or you commission somebody. Like, hey, we're going to make this song. Here's your fee, and we need you to drop a verse on it. They got enough money to get a verse out of people, and they still own the IP that way, right? So again, if they are smart, there's ways around it. As security, including Nick Aldis, are we? Oh, Cody's back at Jacob, and the crowd's going wild. Crowd's going wild, folks. King used to legit terrify me as a child. The Kane stuff was good, man. It really was. I remember being like, you want to go super young. When I was like 5, 6 years old, I was a really big fan of the Ultimate Warrior. Thought he was excellent. You know, the energy. We talked about it earlier tonight. And when Papa Shango cursed the Warrior, and it's like a Saturday afternoon, and little KJ is sitting in front of the TV, and the big ass TV that sat on the floor. And shit, man. When Warrior started coughing up black shit, I was like, my God, they just killed my favorite wrestler. Mom, they killed him. That's fucking nuts. So yeah, for sure. That's what we're missing right now. I feel like too many of the young fans, too many of the fans in general, can't just like if you ran some of the shit that you used to run, and I'm not saying go back to the old days. I'm not that that sweet on like let's go back, like I said earlier, where half the wrestlers had beer guts and just fell out of a bar on the way to the arena. Like, yeah, I mean, we've grown from that. But again, I think the unreal, pulling back kayfabe, giving all that shit up. It's really taken because now we're just analyzing your decisions as a booker. We're just analyzing what you've decided to put in front of us instead of really evaluating what is in front of us. Does that make sense? Powerhouse Hobbs shall be known as Honey Bunny Cupcake Princess. Bro, it's going to be worse than that. Come on. WWE Crackdown. Cody giving Fatu a receipt. Absolutely. So if you guys are just tuning in, Jacob's pissed off, as you can imagine. He, demands, he wants somebody. He takes out Kit. And then Cody Rhodes obliges, and now Jacob Cody Rhodes. And I truly said earlier, this does not help Cody. If you want Cody to be the babyface, I think battling Jacob might not be the place to go because we love Jacob. And Jacob's kind of cooler. Jacob's kind of more exciting. Jacob's like the cool guy that'll hang out and smoke a joint with you and chill. Cody's the politician that gives you in trouble for having the joint, right? Yeah, not a curse. How do you overcome this? Save him. Someone do something. What is the black stuff? He's puking tar, Mom. Did he smoke too much? What is happening? When that black goo went down the word. Yeah, man. Some weird shit and shaking and fun. Now we can't have any fun. Right? I love, like one of the things I miss, and I mean, our truth kind of does it. Kit, we're seeing a bit, but like, man, I love like Shane Helms. Like, I love the Hurricane, like the Hurricane and the Rock. So good. We need more shit like that, right? Remember the backstage segments and like out of nowhere, Kane just starts throwing out the Rock's gimmick at the Rock. Like, this is so good. Now everything's too sterile. Things are so scripted and so dialed in to the point where you lack that spontaneity. As now it's official. Saturday night main event. Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu. Let's call him Jacob Rhodes. It's official, folks. Next Saturday. Jacob, Cody. Let's go. Man, they killed him. Facts, man. Facts. Yeah. People think Finn is going face because he was eating. I do believe in 2026, where we're slowly watching the evolution of Finn, or, kind of him kind of growing away as we got. That's a crazy visual. We got MFT, and they have the lantern, bro. They have the lantern. Solo. Woo! Asking for trouble. They forget the Theory was doing it for months while with Waller, and now he's in the Vision, still heel. No, I do think that they are going to push Finn out of Judgment Day, and I think they're going to make him a little more baby face. Now, the counter argument to that, as we sit here now, is you just booked Finn Punk, and I know my partner in crime's kind of thrown it out there that Finn could win. But the only way Finn wins to me is if he digs into being a heel and finds a heel way to win. So we will see. But I do think we're working towards babyface Finn. Briggs still has Papa Shango's skull on his gear. Maybe, maybe he might win a match or two. Brother, year 2000 was a traumatic year for young MTV. Let's go, man. Facts. I was scared for my life when Kane took off the mask and was mask on Shane McMahon. No, there was times. I mean, it would elicit that excitement, right? You get that kind of buzz and like, oh shit. Again, I mean, even up into my teenage years. I mean, once upon a time, I mean, we would all get together on a Friday and we would organize our wrestling show that we were going to do, and we would do it, and then after the show, we'd all chill out and watch SmackDown on a Friday. Like, I mean, that's kind of, but you were into it. We were all into it. We're all yelling at each other about who's doing what and why is this guy over. And I can't believe that guy got fucked out of this and that. It was fun. I just feel like that dynamic, that ability to just kind of like watch and kind of base it on what's in front of us and what they're selling us on. We're spending way more time talking about should they have sold us that opposed to how do we feel about it in front of us. I love phonics. Are you hooked on them? There you go. Somebody do anything. Somebody. As Damian Priest on the way out to the ring, I guess I will put a poll up as I do still have the Trick Cardona one up. I'll take that down. Now I have a feeling Damien's losing here, and Damien's going to lose because of black. That's what I think. Good old Mad TV. Look what I can do. You look like a man. Good old Mad TV. Let's go. Shout out Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Will Sasso. Jacoby. I wish. That's hilarious. Jokes. Just make them all up. Fuck it. I can't even blame the vitamins that much at this particular juncture of my day. The good old days, man. Glad KJ brought it to the internet. Again, I think there's a mix. And I like to think, as I get older in my life, I got younger brothers. They help keep me grounded. They help keep me, youthful and what's cool and hip out there, which sounds hilarious coming out of my mouth. I almost laughed at myself. But again, the good old days, sometimes we look at them too fondly. Oh, I wish we'd go back then. And it's not always the case, right? But I think the fans, there was so much, and I just want to be that fan at times. As we are off and running. Guy, oh, it was, that was only the beginning of things. Yeah, no, we wrestled. We got high and then wrestled, which was a fucking mess. I watched somebody total B 5433 and I almost pulled off. What? I don't know. You guys are talking. I don't know what that one is. Joke's on you. Wow, I felt old already, Chris. Fuck. It's weird. It just creeps up on you. The best advice, if you can hear my voice right now, have fun today. Love somebody. Do something crazy. Fucking life's short, man. One day you wake up and your knees hurt and your back hurts and your beard's gray. Parts of it anyway. Yeah, no, fuck. Give me a segment between Iguana and Tannhausen. Yeah. Now that's always my curiosity, and I'll put it out to the chat. Like, do you guys think, like, could the WWE market Danhausen in a way that makes him viable in the WWE? I don't remember a lot of Danhausen's wrestling. I know I've seen a few of his matches, Ring of Honor and such, but I mean, for the most part, he ran around a lot. Then he broke his leg. But people have talked about Danhausen to WWE, and I wonder how it works, how it fits. As Tama laying out Damien, as I do believe we're going to need the Wyatts. Solo in control of Damien right now. What did the chat say? 57. A lot of 50-50 voting here for these matches. So to me, that's a good job by the booker. Solo could use a W for sure. Though I think the White. Now, see, I said Priest might lose because of Alistair. Solo might lose because of the Wyatts. Shit. CD for me was did you which WWE CD did you use for your entrance? If I told you what I used for my entrance, you're gonna laugh at me. So jokes, but it was not from a WWE CD. But Volume 4, I think, was the best one. Dun 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 dun. Who approved that? Let's go. I just watched it happen. Kids nowadays do not know the metallic taste of the water hose midsummer. That is fact. Now we're all just hanging out with old KJ on porch today. We're having a Friday afternoon before we get the early bird special and go play some pinochle. Show rolls on. The peanut gallery decided to come home. Probably use Val Venus music. Get out of here. Hello, ladies. Yeah, no. It's funny. I didn't put nobody on these ones because I assume that somebody has to win. You can't have a nobody. But maybe I'm wrong. That's why I did it. Do we get Leon Slater's answering Carmelo Way? I don't know where Leon is, but yeah, it's the potential for sure. I think he was over in Europe. I know some people accuse the WWE of hijacking TNA talent. So, Pinochle. Ugh, gross. No. If anybody could guess it, I'd give them $50. Why can't we be friends? 100%. All right, folks. The show rolls on. I'm still here. Just gonna stretch for a second. You know what I'm up to, but keep rolling. Right now, Solo and Damien going one on one. Big kicks, big kicks. Again, the show continues to be pretty fucking good. Um, the matches haven't stopped. And remember, we got the 4 qualifying matches. We've already had a women's tag match in between it all. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Is the main event Ilya Sammy? It really could be. I mean, it really, really could be. Again, that match is going to bang. I'm an ass man. Boom, boom. KJ is playing Pinochle right now as we speak. I like to call it Knuckle Shuffle, but that's none of your business. No, no, no. All right, we're going to break it down to see if we can get anyone closer. No, my entrance was not another wrestler's entrance song. It would have been 2000s, late 90s, early 2000 hip hop. Gentleman from South Carolina did it for me. Y'all can keep guessing. Praise God, Solo up. The crowd chanting. Jose is on to something. What do you got? What do you got, folks? Down goes Solo. From Diary of a Sinner. Down he goes. North Carolina. Yeah, it was one of the. It wasn't raised up, but that's pretty good, Jose. I'm pretty impressed. Let's go. Lights out, lights out, lights out. The lights are out. Freak a Leak would have been good. The Wyatt Six are here. They're on the table. Bye, Duchess. Wyatt Six. Well, yeah, I would say your enemy showing up, that you have issues with you. Yeah, that makes sense. Predictable, but again, if you watch the story, it should happen. Paper Cut by Lincoln Park. That's a good one. That's a good one. South of Heaven. And Damien gets the win. Damien Priest. Let's go. I'm pretty impressed, Jose. That's pretty good stuff. Who is the best option for Ricochet for the national title? Listen, that national title is so irrelevant right now. It means nothing. Jack Perry, sure, I guess. Bowens has been MIA, but Ricochet winning that title and kind of bragging about winning that title, it has been nothing. It has meant nothing. There is just a slew of belts that mean nothing. But Bo gets back to his lantern. Oh. It's a good one. Trick Daddy. I like it. I like it. As Tama takes out Bo, grabs the lantern. Woo! Let's go. Let's go, bro. It's a good soundtrack. So Solo gets the lantern back thanks to Tala, and Bo has been laid out. So what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get at Rumble? What are we gonna get coming up? MFT versus the Wyatts at the Wyatt compound. Are we gonna get a cage match? Are we gonna get a Hell in a Cell? Do you care? Drew and Sammy, old friends, saying hello. Let's go. Yeah, again, this is Damien, becomes the problem with the booking, right? Is nobody cares about Mark Davis or Jake Doyle. A bulk of the audience don't even know who Jake Doyle is. Um, Mark Davis, has been all but irrelevant since he lost Kyle Fletcher. And FTR has been heel for over a year now. So what are we doing? Bibbins is supposed to make them, heelish. Or how are we going to do this? And I know this is the problem because Tony Khan believes a Dave Meltzer philosophy that heels and baby faces don't matter in 2025, 2026 nowadays. And could that be anything? Could anything be further from the fucking truth? Okay. Okay. Sammy Drew. Sammy Drew. Sammy could be the guy. Why is it? Because it's going to be the best match, and nobody wants to follow that match. But we got more to come. We still got time as we reach the 5 o'clock hour. So one more hour to go on SmackDown tonight. Jordan versus Chelsea Green. Didn't even know this was announced. I think they announced it last week, though, now that I think about it. Yeah, I got beef. It's been to me. It's like Flo Rida, Pitbull, Sean Paul a little bit. Like they've been doing the same song for 20 years. I just feel like it's been too long. Like too many. Like run it back, run it back. They all sound the fucking same. You just run the lyrics and you put any music behind whatever the fuck they just said because it sounds like the same shit they always say. Uncle Duty. Oh, not good. Flo Rida is one of the best selling rappers ever. It's crazy. Man, listen, like I said, he reminds me of a couple other people that found the formula and then ran it to death. And I can't knock the man's hustle. He's more over than I've ever been. But as a music consumer and as a fan, it's just been 20 fucking years of the same shit. It's just the same, man. Mr. Woodward on every track for 25 years is fucking killing me. Killing me. Are you still doing the same shit, bro? You still at the same parties? You still chasing the same bitches? What are we doing? What have we done? So we are getting an ad for Monday Night Raw, folks. That will take a moment to remind everybody. We do shirt people. We're working on it. I swear to God, it's just been a headache. But there's things coming, and I did promise you guys a new shirt. So stay tuned. I got days. Don't forget our awards. The 2025 For Lifeies is up and out now. Oh, shit. I prayed for this. And, of course, Genesis on Saturday. But speaking of Genesis.
You thought, well, I like Christ, I am risen, but you thought you were going to get through a whole European tour without me, my guy?
That close.
Well, if they would have stayed at 2 hours, I wouldn't be here. You'd be
That's
closing
true.
up shop right now. So I guess thankful that they've gone to 3 hours, although allegedly mid-year, next year, this year, they're going to go back to 2 hours.
Yeah, apparently it's temporary. I don't know if it's like an analytics test of like, let's see how it goes. But before we get into like all that shit, who gives a shit? Nick, welcome,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick. What have I missed? I'm in commercial break.
It's been a good show. I've liked the show. I've liked the pacing. A lot of the focus has been on in ring.
Good.
Randy beats the Miz. Good stuff. Randy confronts Drew. Drew's been confronting like Ilya, Sammy. Trick Williams beats Matt Cardona.
Ooh, lemon pepper steppers.
Right.
I would have taken Cardona for that one.
I said it was a tough show, and a lot of the voting on the polls today so far have been like a 50-50 kind of. Even the chat's like, we're not sure what they're going to do here. So the good news is like this whole number one contender thing for Drew's title, it's good. Cody came out, got booed. It had to stand there and eat the Drew McIntyre sing-along. Now, I know we're in the UK, but we'll see what happens when they get back. Well, what's going to be like next week in Montreal? Because they're not even in the US yet. So
they won't touch the US till post-Rumble.
Yeah, Jacob Cody official for Saturday Night Main Event next week.
Ooh,
so they got they ended up getting in a brawl. Kit Williams is over as fuck.
I'm a brand new man. He's Fandango. He's gonna get over just because of a theme.
Yeah, well, the problem now is that just Jacob blew his head off, and then Cody ran out, and him and Jacob got into it. So Jacob Cody Saturday Main Event, but people are loving Kit. The song, it shows how important. We were talking about it right before you came back, like how important that song is.
Oh, 100% of it's surprising. It's still a Def Rebel song. Yeah, I heard the Pitbull talk and the Flow Riders and everything. I'm back in commercial right now.
Yeah, we've been a little bit of a musical vibe here this afternoon.
Well, I mean, when it's these afternoon shows, and especially in the UK, we love that the European crowds like to sing and everything. But,
right.
Yes, sir.
Nick scared me. He's not that terrifying.
Just, sometimes.
Right. It's Nicky. Bradley's pumped. Fuck Nick doing here? He's doing his job. That's what he's doing.
Oh, it came from the job to the other job and everything. Can swerve when I drive like Mr. Strickland out there.
So I messaged you today and you were like, oh.
Yeah, do tell.
Right. So we got 58 minutes as we were getting a clip from Unreal. What else happened here tonight, folks? What else should we tell Nick about? What else did Nick miss?
Well, I was hoping, if we had more time in that commercial, we could have talked about last night, because about last night, it's getting cooked. It is getting massacred.
I gave a big speech about last night to open the show here today. So maybe I won't say, maybe I'll actually take a pause and you can talk about TNA and it'd be the complete opposite take that I gave for a half an hour.
I don't know what take you gave, but I got Carmelo Hayes in the ring.
Let's go. Carmelo is in the ring setting up the next one.
Now, speaking of last night, his alleged open challenge is going to be Leon, because he's pulled from Genesis. So now Joe Hendry's out there.
It is.
Speak of the devil, and they shall appear.
Leon Slater. This match is going to fucking cook.
Oh, absolutely. But this is Robin Peter to save Paul a little bit, is it not? I mean, I know Bully, good old Uncle Bully's out there. WWE missed their opportunity to amp up, TNA's AMC debut. I think there was a lot of shit against that last night. Well, yeah, we got you the deal. We got you the dance. What do you want us to fucking slow dance with you too?
Yeah, what do you want us to do? Thursday night SmackDown for you? What the fuck are you talking about?
It was already NXT heavy as it was because of the issues it had working against us. But yes, Leon Slater versus Christ Almighty, Leon Slater versus Carmelo Hayes about to cook.
Yeah, this one really should cook. I think there was a collective of people that are dying for TNA to fail, and I feel like they assess the show based on that.
They did themselves no favors, though. They had a good show, one of the worst segments. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be, but it was not a home run.
It was legit, but they again. I think if and we talked about it earlier with some of the chat of you come out and blow your wad on the first night. What are you going to do next week? What are you going to do?
That's not even a double. They didn't put the ball in play.
Oh no, they did. They had a good show, my guy. They Mike Santana won the world championship, and everyone's acting like who gives a fuck. He finally got the belt back. Again, this is to me that's just the sheep narrative of. We didn't want it to be good, and of course it sucked.
You have to admit, the middle of that show was terrible.
No, Ash by Elegance for 7 minutes was terrible. That's about it.
Fucking Paul loving me. Damn, this stream was good.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. Bradley already telling me to get the fuck out of here. So, see you in 10 minutes, I guess.
What?
But yeah, no, you can give your 2 cents. I know we have a different viewpoint. I thought TNA was good. You can tell the fans what you think, and the U.S. title is on the line. The poll is up, and I will return.
Fair enough. So KJ's hitting the bathroom break, I see.
Thank God.
There you go. Oh, fair enough, man. Hook me up with doing the slides. But, yeah, this match is about to cook, because right now we've got collar and elbow tie up into the corner of Leon on Carmelo. I'm kind of on Nick's side with this one. I mean, I don't want to fully beat the show up, because it was not a bad show. It started really well, and it ended really well. Everything in between was not good. It was, I will say, I'll take back that they didn't put the ball in play, but it was, a pop-up fly out. It was a direct hit to second base kind of thing. But yeah, that Ash by Elegance segment might arguably be the worst segment in pro wrestling history, or at least up there of recent memory. I still don't know truly who Mr. Elegance is there, of Mr. Jack Perry. But Leon shaking off a hand after a huge job. With having Leon here, is this not like you could have used him on last night? You could have used him much more on Genesis when they were already, and I think part of the issue with last night was not any fault of their own. They had these issues. The Rascals thing, I guess, is kind of part of their own, and I know it's not a deal breaker, but yeah, this feels a little bit more foul ball off the shins than it does, hitting at least a fucking double or anything. This match is going to cook, absolutely. Nick coming in thinking he's the closer like Mariano Rivera. You goddamn right. I'm out here closing the show, bringing the house down. If Leon is having these issues at the moment with TNA, why doesn't WWE use him while they do the Europe tour and Leon is stuck in UK? Fair enough, Chris. I didn't know. The most I've heard with the visa issues was, up over the top goes Leon. Leon's taking this to Carmelo. If he wins and is double champ, they might as well just fucking sign the guy right now. Fuck contract tampering. Big crossbody, although you can see Carmelo jump up into it. 2 count. I don't know who specifically had visa issues. I know clearly Danny Luna must have been one of them, seeing how she was booked for the show and then wasn't. But like the Iconics, the what the fuck's their name in TNA now? But them leaving the company and that coming out damn near while the show's still on the air, I think is a little bit poor handling. I know it's nothing they can control and it's not huge, but it's all just this big snowball of not looking great. I was worried they were going to lull TNA, and I'm worried they lull TNA'd. As we're trading pins, we're in a commercial as I got the counter on the clock. But Damian, Nick, thoughts on the rematch, Frankie versus Santana, Texas Death Match, guest referee Nick Nemeth. The Nick Nemeth aspect is interesting to me, and I know they announced this after the show went off the air. I like that you're going to finally add a stipulation, kind of a big payoff, a culmination of this. The Nick Nemeth thing is really weird. If they turn around and take the title off this man right after he just won it, that's where it gets the inspiration. Thank you, Alexis. But TNA's booking came heavily into question last night, and I'm worried they're going to do something funky with Nemeth being involved in the main event. The TNA show was Link Nick showing up today. Oh, thanks, Paul. Love you too. Smooches, booches. Fair enough. Well, at least I'll take it. You know what? You slandered me, but I'll take it because you agreed with me. Carmelo for the win. Thank you, Alexis. Chris, Leon was booked to wrestle Myron Reed. Yes. And have a triple threat at Genesis. Yes. Match with Myron and fully pulled. Yes. And he was replaced by Joe Hendry. Why? Fair enough. I get it. I just feel like that would have came up if there was, because them using Leon so much on like around their pay-per-view and everything has kind of received some negative, some questionable, some side-eye looking. So if it was a VC issue, I think that would have been brought up because that's your out. That's you. I fully agree with you, Chris. If it's Leon's there because he has VC issues, so we're going to get some work on him. We're going to get some shine on the kid. Great. Amazing. Perfectly works out for TNA and is a big help to TNA, actually. But if that was the case, why didn't anybody say that yet? That's why I'm kind of Nick sounded like Brian Daniels said. Yes. Hey, I like Danielson on commentary. I know KJ doesn't, but another 2 count. Anyone else feel like SmackDown and Raw have done a complete 180 going from 2025 to 2026? I think SmackDown's gone more to the in-ring and not so much the backstage segments and commercials and everything, while Raw's flipped and it's a little bit more drawn out. 3 hours on SmackDown now doesn't really feel like 3 hours. I mean, help me here, but yeah. Yeah, see, Chris, you agree with me. Oh! Russian leg sweep, Spanish fly. When have you ever seen that? That's a hell of a way to do that spot as Leon's busted up. Oh, I wish they would have saved that for, instead of going into the commercial, save that coming out of it. That's the big move you hit there. But that makes sense if everybody's going to be down. Show the replay. Thank you. Damn. Yes, off it. Holy SmackDown has been the best show overall in 2026. Fair enough. Has SmackDown, and again, I haven't been here so far today, has SmackDown been the best show of the week? Because right now it's between, I'm assuming, right now, to me, it's between Raw and AEW. But then again, I've only seen 11 minutes of SmackDown. Raw feels more story-driven and SmackDown feels more wrestling-driven. Great way to put it. Oh, Carmelo firing it up. Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, that's the thing is, it to me, dodges the kick, is if it was, Carmelo's moveset is just something else, something to behold here. But yeah, if they were gonna, like I said, they're side-eyeing the whole why you using Leon? Why you pulling him from the debut? Why you pulling him from the pay-per-view? Why you using him instead of us using him? We could have used him. So I feel like their easy out is if they say that, oh, he's here because he can't get into the US because of visa issues, what have you. Then fair, that makes sense. You put a shine on the kid. Where do you see the inspiration ending up? If I'm Triple H, if I'm Sean Hickenbottom, I am trying to bring them in because you built up your women's tag team division. Now you start to flood in, small package, 2 count. Everybody that's in the women's tag team division right now, most of them are not going to stay tag teams. They're going to break off into singles competitors, back to singles competitors. So this is now where you flux in and slide in slowly, you slow drip, slow feed actual tag teams back into it. And they'll get a huge pop. They'll get a reaction because the fans know them. So you circumvent and supplement your women's tag team division that way. If I'm Tony, I throw the book at him, though. I mean, I just introduced women's tag titles. I need to amp that division. I need to up that division. And Tony's signing everybody left, right, and center that he can. So that's where I'd choose WWE if I had their money, but I could see also why Tony would do it too. I know I basically gave you 2 answers to the same question, but split-legged leg drop, kind of slingshot there. Great, absolutely great match. Roll through. Chris, Nick, how long do you think Zoe Stark stays hired? At least until she's had a couple months back, as we're trading pins now. She's got to come back from injury, and then they'll probably see how she does for a little bit. And then that was getting close as hell. They'll give her probably, I'd say, minimum 3 months once she comes back from injury, maybe a bit longer, to see where she's at and everything. I'm not trying to advocate or anything for somebody not being there, but they're not going to release her while she's hurt. They haven't released her yet. So I think they still want to see what they can do with her. Because again, both times she's gotten injured have been fucking freak accidents. Speaking of freaks, this man just clearing ring posts onto the outside. Do you have Leon winning, especially you're in the UK, you're in London? Win one for the Gipper, do one for the home crowd. Leon up top. Oh, nobody home. Alan, who do you think is going to the main roster from NXT to SmackDown? I hope Oba. First 48? 2 count. I hope Oba. Allegedly, Powerhouse Hobbs is going there, so maybe you don't do Oba if Hobbs is going there, because kind of mirror each other. Anyone catch Tessitore's little halfway nod to Hobbs, too, with mentioning Jordan Grace being the powerhouse of SmackDown? That I know that's not an NXT call-up. Jordan's already gone there. Trick's already gone there. I think we might be kind of done with the call-ups right now. Hopefully. We'll see. Mello wailing away in the corner. Do you see Steve Macklin ending up in AEW because his wife is there? No. I know there's the whole Macklin wasn't booked. Macklin wasn't there. Daddy doesn't care. Deonna Purrazzo, I think, wants to get the fuck out of Dodge when it comes to AEW. I think she's all but made that abundantly clear. Both men on the top turnbuckle. What are we going to do here? Both men got each other. We're either suplexing in the ring or out of the ring. Yo! Turns that man 360 into a fucking huge super cutter for a 3 count. Mellow. And I like that he had to pull something out of the bag. Something that don't happen. Speaking of pulling out of the bag.
That might be match of the week, bro.
So many streams, we wonder if he has a colostomy bag.
Well, just a big bladder.
Just a catheter.
Right. That might be match of the week.
That might be match of the month.
Like, that was great. That was a really fucking great match. And I know there's this controversy about they pulled him. Listen, at the end of the day, people got to stop acting like TNA is a bunch of children. Like Carlos is a fucking walking moron. Like, people are like, the WWE's tricking them and hijacking their people. No, they're in a business agreement. If they didn't want Leon to go, they wouldn't let Leon go. And they agreed. You can have him. Like, blaming the WWE, like, how dare they do this? It's not like they just demand, like, hey, give me that guy. As Shinsuke's in the back.
And I love the New Japan fan in me, and I want to disagree with you in a second. But the New Japan fan in me with Tamatonga and Nakamura eye to eye and everything, just my heartbeat still. I love this US division on Friday Night SmackDown. And I asked this while you were on your bathroom of have Monday Night Raw and SmackDown kind of done the do-si-do and flip places in 2026 from 2025?
I have it 2-0 for SmackDown so far this year.
Okay.
So I think SmackDown's had 2 good shows. Tonight might be one of the best just straight up wrestling shows we've gotten in a long time from any company. I mean, this has been match heavy tonight.
Let's go. Well, that's good because according to Spiteful, Sappy the Crappy, of that WWE's managed to move Monday Night Raw from 12 commercials throughout the show to 10 because of fan backlash about too many commercials for the US.
Good times.
Breaking news, everyone. Breaking news.
I like it. There you go.
I like Nico the Sicko.
No, I mean, ultimately, we got Johnny and Candace.
Oh, we got Axiom versus fake Axiom. It's like, hologram and hologram.
Right.
Hologram and
El Clone.
Well, that's because hologram got deleted. That file was corrupted.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh, now Fraser's with the Fraxium. Everyone's doing the Fraxium.
Oh, shit.
We've moved from Ludwig's. We've moved from El Grande's to Fraxium.
Everyone's got a mask.
Everyone with a mask.
Mask and hood. Cloak and dagger.
But to me, like I said, though, with the Leon Slater thing, TNA has the out with visa issues. Just say he has a visa issue and he can't get there, and everybody shuts the fuck up and is okay. And if anything, it's a positive that WWE's putting a shine on him.
But the WWE rarely ever like publicly reacts to rumor. Like they don't
have to. TNA can. He's a TNA talent.
But they just again, I think that goes back to like everyone sees the IWC as just a whiny bunch of bitches. And then that's like,
they are, but yeah.
Right? Like that's what the vibe is. It's like, fuck it. Like we don't need to justify what happens with, I
love seeing people share the cage match ratings for last night, though, with like 20 people voted and everything. It's now official. We've had more votes on our polls than cage match has on ratings.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now is confirmation and a complete understanding of why Nick and I are partners and why we do what we do. So I literally pulled up cage match before you got here today. And that was a big part of the topic of like, wait a minute. So it gets a 1.97 rating, which, what the fuck? Again, that's usually an obvious outlier. But I compared it. I mean, we got 91 votes on our poll, 91 votes, and the majority of people said it was an A. So is our poll more valid than the cage match poll? They got 70 people overall at this point. Like, again, cage match, people are using cage match. What is 100 people of the IWC? What is that? 0.3%? That's less than 1 full percent, correct?
That's less than one bot account. Because trust me, I had some guy out there with a master's degree in Twitter and everything like that about how cage match is just as credible as fucking this and that and everything. When literally the fucking screenshot they sent is 19 people voted. Like, I know we've got higher numbers. Like, we don't ballot stuff. I don't have that many YouTube accounts to sit there and have 75 votes going my way because I wouldn't have given it an A.
Well, it did. And again, even for us, like, I mean, well, we just did our awards, fan vote. We again, we're getting votes, more votes than they are. So again, if cage match is up here as far as being valid, according to your friend that you just mentioned, or non-friend, if they're here, fine. I feel like we're here based on the numbers, based on the stats. Well, our channel is just as valid as a source of how good the shows really were. I mean,
And this is why we say that we're more credible than Meltzer. We've got more votes than Cage Match at this point. We're knocking down all of these pillars of the IWC out here.
Yeah, really. And I mean, someone, it came up early in the chat today, and so I went over to Cage Match. Let's see how many people voted on this shit. Because, yeah, I mean, on any given night, we got more people paying attention to us than paying attention elsewhere. So let's be real.
More people watching us right now, midday on a Friday, for European Smackdown than people voted on that fucking show in Cage Match. Now, granted, I'm not giving them again. I talked about it while you were on your pause. I did what you told me to do. I was a good little soldier and voiced my opinion of it was more of a foul ball off the shins, I think, to me, than it like they started good, they ended good. The middle was kind of shite.
There was one bad segment, and no one else is offering any other thing that was bad. Like, what was so bad about like the bulk of the middle? I thought it went fine. The first 40 minutes were outstanding, so that's half the show. Almost half the show right out the gate is
the Dixie thing was a little like they just did a whole lot of like let's cut to the crowd and show who's here.
They did a lot of good shit though, and the fans, I don't think the fans, especially this apparent smart mark group of fucking IWC people, they don't like those video packages were super important on your premiere show, educating the general audience on what you are. Now, it doesn't resonate for us, and as we're getting an OBA package, it doesn't resonate.
Coming to SmackDown.
It's been on both shows. It was on Raw on Monday.
If now Hobbs comes to, I don't want to circumvent fully, but if Hobbs goes to SmackDown and Oba goes to SmackDown, is that not mirror on mirror?
A little bit. I mean, it's funny because if Hobbs goes to NXT, now Ricky's just going after Hobbs. Oh shit!
Well, no, you put them together, and then that'll set everybody on fire because you just did Team Taz 2.0.
Team Taz, I like it.
But you were talking about the smart marks and the go ahead.
Sorry, no. Finish that thought because it's
gonna. No, I was literally just trying to help pull it back to where we were. So that's all.
Right. Saying Chelsea can't wrestle. That's insane. Chelsea's one of the best doing it right now. So shop to them. But no, I mean, again, I think ultimately it wasn't a grand slam, but it's a nice triple out the gate. And people are hanging their hat on. Man, that opening match was a lot of fun. The fact that Mike Santana won, the fact that Cora Jade showed up, Sonya Deville showed up. They're getting credit for none of that. Those video packages,
because we were laughing. We were laughing when listen, you and I were cracking wise and trying not to make potty jokes and everything when Sonya Deville showed up. And I love me some Sonya Deville. So let's not. And Cora Jade, she took a pay cut from her OnlyFans to show up in TNA. I'm glad. Good for her.
No, she didn't. Nobody paying for that shit.
Right. But still, that's the thing is there was a lot of foul balls off the shins and a lot of, just a bit outside, I think. Dixie was not good. The Perez was arguably one of the worst segments in history.
I feel like you went out, read the internet, and came back with a harsher opinion than you had yesterday.
Well, because Anthony was there working in production and everything. I couldn't spoil the evening for the man. And again, sometimes you got to sleep on some things. You reminisce.
It really wasn't that bad. People acting like it was some foul ball is absolutely asinine to me.
It was a pop-up fly. It was a pop-up fly.
Better than the show I watched the night before, and that's a fact. 150%. At least it connected. At least it made sense. You got the Righteous coming out and beating up the Hardys. They're setting up Genesis. I like the video packages. Dynamite, fucking people just running around the building everywhere with no sense of it all. Impact was much better than Dynamite overall.
I still rated Dynamite better overall. Of the main event was better.
No way. No way was the main event better. MJF did not have like a memorable match. I'm sorry. It was okay.
MJF versus Bandito
was not better than Mike Santana versus Kaz. No way.
But yes, we do have Jade Cargill at ringside.
Right, look, there, your boy's with you. There you
Well,
go.
no, and then you got Paul out there who's with you of saying Nick was so miserable. Go play on Blue Sky. And that's the one app I don't have. He's got Blue Sky before I have Blue Sky.
Right. I just thought it was. Listen, I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like fucking jumping up and down like, oh my god. But I thought it was a good show. I think people are dying for TNA to be bad, so they're pushing a narrative
there is
right
a
now.
Segment of that, I will admit that
there
is a segment. I don't think though it wasn't as good as and this might be pre-med, this might be me fantasy booking. It wasn't as good as what I thought it could have been and should have been. And now I'm worried about the pay-per-view. I'm worried that you're going to follow it back up.
Have you seen that card? It should be good.
Should be and are two different things.
Yeah, I don't see the issue. I mean, again, this is the same TNA that for the years that we've been doing this channel, like they deliver on pay-per-views. I've always been a guy that their weekly show I could, take or leave. They don't always have the best weekly show, but their pay-per-views tend to deliver. And I mean, based on the card that they have set up right now, it should be fucking good, man.
As we do have two former TNA talents of Chelsea Green and Jordan Grace going at it right now. But with the Nick Nemeth added to as a special guest referee Texas Death Match, if Mike Santana doesn't leave Genesis as world champion, I might give up on the company for a minute. Sorry,
right away, right out of the gate.
Well, no, because they keep fucking around with this man. They screwed him with Kaz, and if you're gonna turn around and he holds it for a day or two and gives it right to Nick Nemeth, like that's some sour taste in your mouth.
I hate the idea that he'd lose, and I don't really love the idea of wow, what a move by Jordan.
Death Valley Driver.
Yeah, I think you're slightly ahead.
Oh, I gotta let me know when you get to finish.
Cartwheel 1, 2, 3. The direct effect.
So now are we setting up Jordan Grace versus Jade Cargill? And I mentioned this too while you were on your pause. Did you catch the subtle hint from Tessitore with Hobbs of calling Jordan Grace, the true powerhouse of SmackDown?
Oh, I didn't catch that. That's crazy. Again, it's funny how quick things change around the wrestling world.
Well, and so that's the thing though too, is Hobbs was, I'm getting the fuck out of here after Maximum Carnage. It was interesting that as the show was live, it's getting announced and put out there that the Inspiration are leaving the company.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting timing, right?
That's the thing is TNA's got a lot of bad timing of it. There's a lot of bad circumstances going into that show. Some they can't control, but it didn't end in a good result.
Yeah, no, I disagree. I disagree.
I know you do.
Yeah, I think the result was completely fine. Completely fine. I'm really curious what next week looks like. That's the thing I'm most concerned about. But again, I feel like fans get things like, again, you're getting surprises, you're getting good matches, you got a new champion, and there was a shitty segment with the whole show. Throw it out. Fuck it.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Nobody can list off the bad stuff, like that, for the record, other than a 7-minute segment that didn't go.
I did, and we argued about it. Sonya Deville, Cora J, Dixie Carter.
Well, I mean, so what's wrong with the Dixie thing? It was 30 seconds.
You got moved out of the fucking building.
Well, they were acknowledging the past, though. Like, so what?
That's all it was. That was a lot of past.
I mean, at the same time, they're going to celebrate. They're going to do some things outside of the mat. Like, that's 30. So Dixie Carter was there to show shit. Like, I mean,
I didn't say that was the only reason. I think the visa issues, the Macklin. Why wasn't Macklin on the show?
I don't know. The Macklin thing with TNA has always been odd to me. Like, I think he's going to get a push. I think he's going to be a champ. I think he's going to have a belt. And it just, I don't know. I don't know what is up with Macklin.
Go to AEW with wifey? I got to ask that. I don't think so, because I think she's doing everything she can to get the fucking hell out of Dodge. But yeah.
I don't think he fits there, man.
He
would be a minimum. Yeah. I mean, work his way back up.
So crazy, because he's a guy that I would think, if you want to focus on the future and stars in TNA, he's the guy you want on your show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. As Trick is in the back after a big win over Cardona tonight. And okay. Wyatt 6,
Ooh, Priest.
Damien. Because Damien's got a match.
Well, he had his match with
Damien, yeah,
Solo.
he won his match thanks to the
So
Wyatts.
now we're to the Fatal 4-Way, and it's still Trick's gonna get a lot more advantages than Carmelo will because of his size and everything, because of his physique.
Yeah.
He's not as good in ring as Carmelo, but he's got the size. He can sit there and look Damien eye to eye.
Right.
Paul's, I think, just preaching the gospel back at us. That's the problem. Everyone books the show in their head and they want too much. Then when the show happens, they cry because it wasn't done the way they thought it should be. That's your fault.
Yeah, that's what I think happens. I think some dirt sheet writer says there's going to be something out of left field to end the show, and then people are all bummed out when it doesn't happen. I don't think that's fair to the company. And again,
well, now you're getting people already bummed out about shows in April because Dave's out there saying that the main event of WrestleMania is going to be either
Dave's
Drew and Cody, or it's going to be Drew, Cody, and Jacob, because Hunter walked away from Roman versus Cody because of fan fatigue.
Dave Meltzer is a fucking idiot and makes things up. And again, we have more validity than he does. He's just thinking and trying to spin a narrative like anything else. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, the guy, we know he's out to fucking lunch. And what the fuck does he know? They'll be fine. And again, if they want to do Roman Cody, they'll find a way to do Roman Cody. The Cody thing's really interesting right now, but fuck Dave.
Well, no, even then, I love the fact that at this point, we almost can't do a Rumble prediction show outside of we just come out here and just be guessing like Meltzer, because they haven't, there's been no one declared. I don't know if anyone declared tonight that I missed or anything, or today, but I love that we're in the holiday season when it comes to wrestling. We've got about 4 months right now of the Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania all lined up in a row. And
Right.
I can't tell you this, that from the third of what could be going this way, what might be here, who's going to get booked there. Now that they've switched up like the title off of Cody, now that they've switched up, I think 6 or 7 new champions just to start off the first month of 2026.
Right.
Everything's up in the air at this point. So anyone that tells you they know what's going on, they're fucking lying to you.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's completely bullshit. And they generally report it as like, oh, the show shows us something, we all see it, and then they report it like they were an insider. It's fucking nonsense.
Did Cody actually declare?
Yes, Cody finally declared.
Oh, he's the one. So yay or nay, as MDB, I do declare, does Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble?
I don't think so.
You'd get more people to dislike him if you won it than like him.
Well, I mean, again, some people have presented that there's a world where somehow Roman shows up and beats Drew, and then Cody wins the Rumble, but as a heel, and he fights Roman at the Mania, and they've flipped. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't think Cody. I want to see something new. Cody's fine at all, but I think there's better options out there at this point. But he finally got somebody to declare. So what we know right now is it's going to be Drew versus TBD and Cody Rhodes.
Well, and now this match specifically that we have pulled up as I'm in commercial. And real quick, I do like this from Naira. Meltzer is like Ron Burgundy, just be making shit up. I'm Ron Burgundy. I'm Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, if Ron Burgundy wasn't funny at all and really came off creepy, that would be that's the comparable. Yeah, you're right. I see it.
Oh no, man's even getting Tony Khan in the middle of a podcast, but
so good.
There's still like a Roman could win the Rumble, of a Braun could win the Rumble. Could a Sami Zayn win the Rumble if he doesn't win here? Because there's a lot of fire getting behind that online, especially about Sami Zayn, your new world's champion, especially winning it in Saudi for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, again, so is he in the Rumble and he wins the Rumble, or does he have a match at the Rumble? Right. So
does he win it? Does he win the Fatal 4-Way? Does he beat
win the Fatal 4-Way?
He goes and faces Drew and leaves the Rumble as world champion
in Saudi. I mean, it would make the crowd loud. Drew versus Sammy in Riyadh might work. Yeah, Sammy
So
winning
then
the
Dave will
Fatal
tell us how now it's going to be Jacob versus Cody versus Drew versus Roman versus
Yeah, he'll
this
just tell
guy
us
and
as
that
it goes
guy
along.
in world title and everything.
Come
But
on.
yeah, nobody knows. And I love that right now, nobody fucking knows.
No. I mean, again, look at this. Women's Tag Team Championship next Friday from Montreal. As, yes, Kiana and Julia getting into the mix after they had a dust up tonight. Nia, this is good. Let's go.
So, though, the Iconics, the Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're getting the Wyatt Six versus MFT tag titles on the line.
Right.
What? Do they go AW? Do they go WWE? Do you need to start backfilling your tag division on either brand? Because now with WWE, you've got a lot of teams that are going to be singles competitors in a couple months.
Yeah, well, nobody's really booking tag teams well. I think the Inspiration coming to WWE would help them in the sense of the women's tag team division is absolutely cooking right now. So they would be good. You could take them and put them with Chelsea Green. They were as a unit. That's all types of crazy. Them going to AEW, I'm just worried that they just don't do anything over there, right? Like,
well, they'll be in the tag division because Tony just announced the belts, just debuted them. You gotta fluff. Yeah. You gotta fluff.
Yeah, and the first thing he does is give one half the tag champions a singles belt. Fucking dumb. Dumb.
I mean, you said it. We might have thought it, but
like what? But here comes Sami Zayn. Sami Ilya is going to be good, man. And tonight's been full of good matches.
Well, I mean, it looks like it when you had Trick versus Mello, or Christ almighty, you had Trick versus Cardona. You had Mello versus Leon. You've got Ilya versus Sami, a rematch of the U.S. Open Challenge. You had Solo versus Damien, maybe not, a 5-alarm burner. And then you had Randy versus Miz. That's your callback to the 2012s. Are we going to get to where SmackDown's now the work rate show again? Of it outsteps even NXT as you come here for the action.
Yeah, it feels like they're definitely, I mean, we've seen more of an influx of people heading towards that. And maybe they, again, are aware that maybe SmackDown was lacking a little. And, we got to address it and try and make it a little bit better. And here we are. It feels like they're trying to do something.
Is it weird 3 hours feels better than 2 hours?
It does. There's something. I don't know what it is. This 3 hours for 3 weeks now has been great. I was loathing the idea of doing a 3-hour Friday show, and it's been solid. It's been, again, I think SmackDown's 3 for 3.
Look, they finally just realized, hey, we have some fucking talent over here. I mean, for crying out loud, we've got Tom and Shinsuke Nakamura. They're doing Drew versus Ilya versus Shinsuke on house shows, and sign me up for a fucking pay-per-view match.
Right? No, but even if you run through the card tonight, like you said, I mean, Carmelo and Leon, Solo, Damien, I mean, Randy, Miz. I mean, it was a good start with Randy coming out. Cody's brawling with Jacob. We had a women's tag match, which was a good match. Not a great match, but a nice filler match leading to a tag title shot for Julia and Kiana, as well as Nia and Lash.
Well, we have Jordan and Chelsea out there.
Jordan and Chelsea.
Up everything with Jordan and Jade.
Right? Carmelo Trick was a good match. So, and again, like, if you want these good matches for the fans out there, because if Cardona takes CL, the fans are going to run to the internet. I can't believe that they re-signed and they're jobbing him already. If Trick loses, oh, great, they called him up. He's losing already. If you want good matches, good wrestlers have to lose good matches.
Well, that's the worry a bit as Ilya and Sami going at it. Do you hot shot Oba right to the main event, or do you let him simmer saute for a little bit? What do you say?
It's interesting. Like, I mean, I think we both feel like they're saving him for Rumble, right? They're just hyping him up, and then he'll come out at Rumble, and we've been hyping him for 3 weeks.
But I still think there's going to be another monster or two that shows up in the Rumble. Dun, 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 dun. I think a lot of people will be forgetting that shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about, see, I mean, that's where it gets really interesting. Oba comes out, looks like a force. And like, who's gonna stop Oba? And then Brock comes out. It'd be cool. That would be a cool way to introduce Hobbs, right? You've been selling us on Oba and fucking music hits and everything.
WWE is collecting monsters. Keanu Carver, Oba Femi, now Hobbs. We're just collecting monsters out here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're building a wrestling show or trying to, expand into the NFL. Like,
we're going to bring back the bodybuilding shit that Vince did and everything, the IWBF or whatever the fuck.
Oh, shit.
Lex Luger is going to come out of retirement.
Right, the Juice League. Let's go. All the symbols. Sammy loses right now.
I don't know who you got for this. You got Sammy. Or you got Ilya?
Sammy.
Well, because again, though, now, so then they go to a fatal four-way. So out of that fatal four-way, which would right now be Trick, Damian, and Randy, who do you got winning? So you add Sammy in there. Who do you got winning?
I like the idea of Sammy. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna beat Drew, but if you want the crowd into it, Sammy's gonna have all the love.
There's a man who's been staring at a belt for almost a fucking year at this point. Can he at least challenge for it a little bit or something?
A little bit and a year. I feel like it's been 3. Like forever.
Hey, TNA out there. Can I copy your homework? Cool. Just don't make it look like you fucking copied. Of AJ just staring at all the belts.
Right. And I guess, Ilya won the belt off Sammy when Ilya returned. So I think Sammy beating Ilya here is fine. And, now they're 1-1 kind of.
And I'm not trying to sound like MDB or anything here with this. Shout out. Love you. Love you. But I just don't get the random now. Sammy should be world champ now. Like, where the fuck did this come from? Of just out of the blue. It feels like once a year. Sammy always has to be like get a middle run of maybe he'll be world champ, and it lasts about 2 weeks, and we're good.
Yeah, man, this is what happens. Is that and we've seen it with other people where they'll all of a sudden wake up one morning and a couple people will start posting about it, and next thing the sheep just herd along, and then it's like Sammy should win, and then when he wins, like if Sammy wins the Rumble, say. Then they're going to turn on. Oh, I can't believe Sammy's going to Mania.
I'm still waiting for the crash out on fucking Carmelo now. But when Sammy wins in the Rumble, you're going to have people, I can't believe they had him fucking win this. If you just shut on Drew, if you had him be just a jobber champion, he only had it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's kind of how they roll.
I know, but it's just weird because that's why I don't fully get behind Sammy winning this. I'm almost going to want to take Ilya with this because I want the fantasy book of Drew, Ilya. I want just open it wide open of anybody could win at any fucking moment type of shit. Because I don't get why we're all behind Sammy now.
Well, I've always been behind Sammy. So
well, yes, Canadian. I know.
These Sammy bandwagoners out there.
The Sammy band offerers. What?
Right. There's only one real Sammy hater out there.
I know, that's why I had to source him, but I'm in a commercial.
But yeah, you look at either way, we're good. Ilya, Priest, Priest Drew have history. But even Trick now is on the come up. They've done a really good thing. This whole division's competitive. I think the women's tag team division in WWE and the US title might be my 2 kind of favorite divisions, so to speak, right now.
I really hate that we have a roster full of fucking stars, or WWE, I should say, has a roster full of stars. We don't have a roster full of stars. Well, we're stars, but yes, shine bright like a diamond. But how WWE can have a roster full of stars, roster full of young talent and everything, want to give them the opportunity. And the second they start to give them an opportunity, why aren't you using the stars? Why aren't you using Cody? Why aren't you using this? Why aren't you using that? Yeah. Why do you keep using them? Why do you keep using John Cena? Why do you keep using CM Punk? It's this weird double-edged fucking sword with everything.
Right.
Of like if they push Ilya with this, people are gonna actively be out there on fucking Twitter of why didn't you push Sami Zayn? Yeah. And you go scroll through their history, these are gonna be the same people that said, why the fuck are you pushing Sami Zayn?
Yeah, no. Oh, did Sami lose a tooth?
He's Canadian. Did he have one to lose?
Right.
Are they all just fake?
Oh, here's spitting chiclets.
Oh no, all we have to
Yeah.
mention is the Pink Whitney, and we're gonna get fucking sued.
Hey, shout out. Sammy
Fun
just
fact, that's
stomping
how me and my father actually kind of like rebonded a little bit.
over spitting chicklets.
Over the fucking hockey
Oh,
podcast with yeah.
Okay. Sammy fired up.
Well, we're still in commercial and everything, and it's a bit like with you were on your pause during it, but you had a Russian leg sweep Spanish fly between Leon and Carmelo that they did right before commercial break. So then everyone's down and they can show the replay coming out of commercial break. I almost would have rather have saved that. That's the moment. That's the big thing coming out of commercial break.
I think we got a bleeder here, folks. I think we got a bleeder.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ. Look at his forehead. That man's gushing like a fucking gusher. What?
Yeah. Either that or Sammy smacked him with a fruit roll-up. We're waiting to find out.
Or he missed a tooth and it's just bled all over him.
Right as his tooth in his forehead.
Yeah.
John
Moxley, fucking hardcore.
Right? Somewhere out there, John Moxley's like, best match ever.
And then Tony's like, yeah, John, best match ever. Best match ever.
Sammy going, oh, there it is. Sunset Bomb. Toe. The Czar is busted open.
And not Dave LaGreca.
Not Dave. Oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering though, like, that's not you gigged, because that's like that nice little spatteral. You know when someone's actually bleeding when it's not just Crimson Mask, when it has that like
that has a run to it
and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just
you didn't intend for that shit.
No. I mean, they really didn't call for it, so it would be weird.
Well, yeah, they haven't drawn attention to it.
They generally don't, right? They act like I don't see it. Maybe a little bit.
That was a great Mox impression, KJ.
Oh, Mox.
Oh,
what a drop kick.
Coast almost coast.
Right halfway there.
Midwest.
He gave him the Bon Jovi.
Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa. Surprisingly, this is part of why I love my wife. I don't like Bon Jovi, and she's from New Jersey, and neither does she.
No. Fair enough.
Well, you've had the musical talk before. There's my musical 2 cents of fuck Bon Jovi.
Fuck Bon Jovi.
Well, then again, I'm also sacrilegious because I think Creed is better than Pearl Jam because they sound the fucking same.
You love Creed. I mean, Creed's
I
great.
do. Oh,
I don't dislike
on the H-bomb. Sorry.
I don't dislove Creed.
Let's go there. Let's make our get.
Oh!
I like though that they're kind of, you have that if you know ball, and shout out the ref throwing on the gloves too. We got a bleeder, but also if you know ball, you get why they kind of know each other's moves, why they have each other a bit in check, because they've done this dance before.
Yes. Absolutely. That's why I like it. I mean, you can always run it back and they still have the past matches kind of lingering, right? That history builds.
Right.
And
so like sorry.
No, I was going to say is Sammy coming in.
Oh, this is the Hulula.
So Sammy no sells, runs across, and Ilya knew he was coming. Nice spot.
Again, though, like we were just talking about, I know ball. I know this guy's what he's going to do this because we've done this dance.
Right. Back elbows. Both men on the apron, folks.
So if your wife liked Bon Jovi, would you break up, Nick? No, I'd really just question her morals and her laurels. Give her that side eye.
Right.
Can I really trust you?
Right.
Are you living on a prayer with our life insurance right now? What?
What a slobber knocker.
Well, I know I've only been here for about the last hour of SmackDown, but if the last hour is any testament to the first two, I mean, SmackDown's You're working at an 8 and you're working at a like you're doing everything you can to like try and go up now.
Yeah, this is show of the week for me. You know, I mean, there was a couple things in there that were, you know,
oh, has it been? Well, has SmackDown become show of the year so far? I know we're not even a full month in, but yeah,
it's 3 for 3. I'll put it that way.
Fuck around and catch a triple double. Sammy's setting up for the Haluva. Damn, my John played me. Is this the main event? Yes.
Yes. Bang. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yes. I will admit that camera shot that they did showing the Haluva shit and shooting it from
the Haluva shit.
I didn't even mean to say that, but it worked so perfectly. I just roll with
MDB had jacking that forever now. The Haluva
exactly. But the way they shot that was just chef's kiss.
Let's go, Sami Zayn.
SmackDown is smacking it down. Smacking it, smacking it.
Haluva.
Haluva shit. Haluva shit. I mean, it just flipped out and just fucking run with it. And I didn't even catch it. Tricky. No, I love this though. Hey, well, that's where Trick started off with the lemon pepper steppers. So again, we're paying. This is what wrestling should be. Tony Khan, please take note. TNA, please take note. Well, you did too much of it. Tony Khan, do some of it. You're giving credit to the fans that actually watch week in and week out because this makes sense. This is a continuity because now and. A fucking hell of a way to put Trick over. He shows up and he starts off and he challenges Sammy. He's now in the fatal 4-way for the #1 contenders match, and you end it with him taking out Sammy.
Right?
Cinema.
And when we're talking about Sammy, and I agree with you, everything you just said is on point. They nailed it. Simple. 15 people didn't come running out. Just, you know, Trick makes a statement, ends the show. Now, in Sammy's favor, when we're talking about this situation, Saturday main event's in Montreal. So he's going to be a heavy fan favorite.
Heavy.
And then Rumble is in Riyadh, where he's going to get a lot of love. So, I mean, you can break 2 hearts or we can break 1. I don't know how we're going to do this, but Sammy with the win, man. I'm happy. The fatal 4-way set. And it was a really good show front to back tonight.
Well, pause. I'll maybe show you my front to back later. But I'm almost at this point cheering for. It's much like with the Bills and Patriots. I'm cheering that we face the Patriots to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, just because I want the fucking heart palpitations. You feel it. I want to see Drew versus Sammy now almost at this point in Riyadh, just because that's going to be an environment that's going to be shaking. You will, and especially doing what we do, you're going to see joy in one side and despair in the other, and I don't know which way it's going to go.
No, 100%. I think it sets up nicely, and again, I think Trick looks good. Even if it is like a guy like Sami Zayn that ends up getting the W in the fatal 4-way, Trick's already established himself. I know the fans love singing that "Whoop That Trick," but at the same time, he just kicked one of the ultimate baby faces in the face. And I think for him now, a perfect way to end the show, perfect way to make him feel important coming to this show. So yeah, I think ultimately we're in it feels like this was good. This was good energy. 4 solid matches with a few sprinkled in around it. So what did we get tonight? 7, 8 matches? Like, that's a good show.
You're looking at me like I've been here.
No, I'm just kind of like talking out loud. Fact checkers. How many matches do we have tonight?
Well, you got Ronan out there with 7-0, and
there you go, 7.
For all its weight and salt and everything, Friday Night Smackdown, especially with WWE and everything, has done the most of we're gonna put the new talent that we bring over here, and it could be because of the lack of depth of talent on SmackDown. Yeah, we're going to make sure they fucking matter, because you're ending Friday Night Smackdown. You're ending your week with WWE, with Trick Williams, hot pepper and lemon pepper steppering out there all over Sami Zayn's face.
Yeah. Jose, that's
They
funny.
had an underrun.
They had
Oh
an
yeah, we still got
underrun.
4 minutes.
Right, shit. All right, folks, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Let us know how you're feeling about tonight's show. What did you like? What didn't you like? We'll handle a few of them and then we'll head out. This is a good one for me. I mean, like I said, show of the week. Now I'm in a pickle because I gave an extra bonus point to TNA. So this one's an 8.5. Like if I'm being generous, just to make sure it gets the number. But this was the show of the week for sure for me.
Oh no. Well, first I like this. I love this actually from MDB of Nick. That was accidental genius in your contribution to the Sami Zayn hate society will never be forgotten.
The haluva shit.
Dobby has given me a suck. But I know I was only here for a short time, not a good time, or maybe one of
It wasn't a good time?
No. Well, not if you ask Paul, but I still think if going off of what I saw and judging by what you said and what the chat said and exponentially, if they can do this with max ratings, I can do this with SmackDown ratings. I think going into this main event, we were already at an 8 and we leave here an 8.5 or so. Like I think tonight cleared everything else this week.
Yes. This was much better than TNA last night. Yes.
Shit.
It was better than Dynamite. It was better than Raw. Raw was
now the rest of them can fight amongst each other of who's second.
Yeah, y'all figure it out. But at the end of the day, man, I thought tonight was really good. And I think for me, what was really cool with SmackDown, the emphasis, like where they talk about WWE doesn't do this, Nick. 7 matches tonight. 7 matches, a kerfuffle between Jacob and Cody, some good story. You weave the 4 guys that were all in the tournament, you weave that storyline throughout the show. It was a really solid fucking wrestling show.
Is it a good show when the Stopwatch Society is silent? I know that's a lot of S's and everything like that. I've tested out my pop filter with this one, but yeah. Normally you have so many people that'll be like, "Can you believe they only had 3 matches in a 2-hour show?" That's what people were saying with TNA.
Right.
If you're saying 7 matches in a 3-hour show,
yeah,
you're averaging what? 3 per hour, 3.5 per hour. That's a good match per mileage, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, and I think they got a couple things here on SmackDown that I'm kind of intrigued about. I want to know what's next for Cody. Like now, Cody's beefing with Jacob, but how's that going to play out? Because Jacob, to me, the fans don't want to boo Jacob. I don't think they do. So what happens here?
Cody is going to start going Homelander.
Just his hair is going to start changing color slowly.
That's the thing is, I wonder if he's going to go away from the blonde hair because of the Guile Street Fighter crossover. I think he's got to stay blonde till that movie comes out.
Right. Maybe. But Damian, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Damian, we're lower than the leader of the Hopium tribe. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Mary Pulpins. 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Haluva shits.
I can't even address this anymore.
Right? 2 banger matches. I feel like we got more than 2. I thought tonight was a really good night for the wrestling standpoint.
I was only here for an hour and I was here for at least 3, so I don't know how you got 2 bangers. Pause.
I mean,
your bangers and mash. What?
Yeah, I mean the tag match, the women's tag match of Chelsea and Alba, or no. What did we have earlier?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
No, we had Charlexa against Julia, who looked great, and Kiana, who looks great. So I mean, that match was okay. Like that's kind of your quiet point of the night. But a lot of stuff carried really well tonight. I thought this was a really good SmackDown.
Last thing before we get out of here, unless you want to click on anything. Well,
no,
shout out Mega with Bill's Mafia. Let's go, Buffalo. But has SmackDown has WWE being in the UK, the European tour. I know I finally caught on for the tail end of the European tour, in the back 9 here. But has that pulled away from the build to the Rumble?
Yeah, I think in the sense that for whatever reason, it seems like the creative isn't pushing the Rumble because they're in Europe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know we're building towards Saturday main event, but it just feels like I said it. Like, nobody's really talking about the Rumble right now. Like, no one's like, shit, the Rumble's.
But is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing?
Nobody talking about your upcoming major event? Yeah, that's
Well,
pretty
no,
bad.
I don't think that it's not that they're not talking about it, that they know that it's going to happen, but it's one of those, it's an annual thing. It's like, is everyone talking about the Super Bowl right now? I know.
I think there's a lot of Super Bowl talk right now, actually, bro. Like,
Shut the fuck up, but yeah, that might have not been the best example.
The shit. I hope there are. I mean, I know they're not used to it in Buffalo, but I'm
You
curious.
shut your whore mouth, Toronto.
We did a whole Buffalo Bills prayer before you came back today. So earlier when we started the show, we did a whole
Run quick, see, Hail Mary.
Yeah, go Bills, go. We're all praying for a Bills success.
Shumana Haya, Shumana Honda, Shumana.
Right. Some of the chat are going to say that's not true, but thank you so much, Jose. We appreciate it as always. Always got us laughing and chuckling, sir. Appreciate the super chat. MDB's right. Yeah, let's get out of here. I can smell my food. But as always, folks, we got more wrestling than anybody else out there, and we actually know who the wrestlers are on the shows for the most part. But
wait, I don't have a towel, but I have a scarf. Can I just hold my scarf like this to act like I like the show that I'm watching that and everything like that? Wait, did I? It was two Insider Baseball? No,
2 Insider. Don't forget the 2025 For Lifeys is up now down below. Go check that out. And of course, tomorrow, 7 p.m. live, the three-headed monster that is the Wrestling for Life Network will be here for TNA Genesis. And I'm sure Mr. Anthony is chomping at the bit to tell you how wrong you are. But
I was gonna say, you've heard what me and KJ have to say when it comes to TNA. But when we get the TNA resident ringside or insider out here, what is he going to have to say about TNA's AMC debut, the backlash it's received, the cage match ratings that it's gotten?
Right. Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun one. Saturday night's always rock and roll here on the channel, and the card's really stacked. It really is. I mean, you might question some booking, but at the end of the day, there's a lot going on tomorrow. Beyond that, folks, thank you for being a friend. Make sure you tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out all our socials. Check out the Discord. Click the bell because sometimes we do afternoon stuff. So make sure you're aware. Other than that, Nick, thank you for joining. Thank you for running home.
It's weird to end before we normally would have started. But yes, Mara Sade versus Nick or Ryan Nemeth is my main event for tomorrow night. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you put up that for life with it.
Have a good weekend. See you tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Good night.